It is time for series number 6 or 7, I don't even know at this point, from Riverbend Springs. It's episodes 61 through 70. I don't know. This is episode 61. To finish out the last series at episode 60, I came up to the top right-hand corner of the map and we put together this little farm right here, basically with 4 buildings. We've got a small little shed, we got the big base game barn in the middle, we've got my house from Omatana, and we've got something to take our grass to turn into silage. Then I just realized that now I didn't put a sell point up here. So we got to do that real quick. Never mind, you can sell silage at the farmer's market. We're good. What we're not good on, though, are these mowers. In the last one, I said we were going to buy a couple tractors to match them, and we're going to do that right now. In my used equipment, we have 2 Valtra T-Series that are basically matches of each other. So I'm going to go in, and we are going to set this up. It also has reverse drive, so we'll be able to do all of the stuff that we always wanted to do right here with this. So we need to go with the biggest engine they've got. Wheel brands, I've been using some Continentals, and I really like the Continental. I tell you what, that setup is super cool with the duals because you can run the dual in the back. What it's doing, you'll see. Let's set up reverse driving with it. Let's go down here to roof setup. Give it a sky view. That looks epic right there. Door, let's see, we've got panoramic door or second door. I think panoramic window is going to be the way to go there. Interior design, we got a couple of different sets for that. I kind of like interior number 1. Fuel tank, we have plastic and stainless steel. Is that around this side? Yeah, plastic works fine, me. I don't care. No front loader attacher on there, and I want a crazy, insane, crazy paint job. And I think to do it, we may have to do it ourselves because I dig this brown, but I don't like the brown. I don't know quite what I want, but I know I want it to be like a light-ish blue. Something like this. Maybe? Can I add it to favorites? I can delete it later. Light-ish blue metallic. I know it's not right. Leave me alone. Oh, that's pretty. That's a pretty bow. Yeah. All right, we'll go with that. And let's see. Can we do the same wheels? Ugh. Let's go base game gray. I'm happy with that. That's white. Light gray. That's a little bit better. What do they look like with Onyx? Oh, baby. Yeah. All right, so now we need not 1, but 2 of these. I'm realizing now that I could have gone for the active setup instead of the Versu, and it just saves me a little bit of money. So we're going to do that for this one. Oh, this one actually had the stainless steel set up for the fuel tank. You know what? We'll make this one a little bit different. Actually, you know what? I think for the color, I'm going to do something different here. So with this, I used a light blue with the other one. Let's go with a weird green with this one. And yeah, I mean, black, the wheels being black, of course. Let's go all black with those wheels so it's not exactly the same. Yeah, we spent so much money on these stupid tractors. They look so good. So the mowers we would normally use, 2.7 tons on there. Being on the back, it's going to be a little bit better, but I still think we got to throw something a little chunk on there. So what I've got is 2,300 kilogram ATCO weights. These might be a little bit heavy, but I think it'll be all right. Let's see. Let's grab a hold. There we go. Oh, this will be perfect. I still love this blue color. We do need to fix these up just a little bit. We don't need to repaint, but we do need to repair. They will be very happy with us for doing so. All right. Now let's head over back to the main farm and grab a few pieces of equipment that we need to take up to the top farm because this should be the last time these Valtras are down here. So real quick, this whole time, and I think for the last episode as well, I was going through and I thought the FOV was a little bit off. Well, I have removed a mod. There was a mod installed that allowed me to like zoom out real far. Yeah, I got that mod disabled, and now everything seems to be back. It's like the FOV was at like 50 or something with that mod, and I like mine at 60. Also, there's a lot of ghosting going on. I don't even have DLSS turned on. What is going on? So what do we need to take up to the farm? I know we're going to need some fertilizer, but we'll avoid that for now. Yay! We also need to get a loading wagon and an extra tractor for that too. We're not going to be doing any baling, and we never have to do anything like wild and crazy extra. It's just we need, you know, normal stuff. Actually, this works pretty well. Yo, hang on a minute. Let me get this thing unfolded. I want to see this because I've not actually used a, let's see, change driving direction. I've not actually used a tractor in reverse driving before, at least in Farm Sim 25. It works, look at that. Only goes 13 miles an hour, but I think you're probably a lot happier with me doing it this way. So we'll be doing it that way. It is also surprisingly stable as well. This makes me super happy. Brakes don't work as well as I was hoping they would, but hey, what are you gonna do? Let's go and set a destination for up here. Right there, that'll work. And let's find our other one, the Party Blue. Let's head over and find us a tool to grab and take up. You know what we can get? We can actually go ahead and grab our windrow. Yeah, we'll grab that and take it up. I just gotta figure out where in the world I put it. I've lost it. We're good. Found it. So here's the thing. We've got 2 mowers, and we've got 2 tractors for running those 2 mowers. However, I think at that top farm, it might be a good idea to have 1 more tractor. Whether that be a tractor that we use for running fertilizer spreader, or running this merger together, or maybe running the loading wagon. We will end up having to run a loading wagon. Let's be fair, the ones running the mower are probably going to be running the loading wagon. But having 1 more tractor, I think is going to be super duper beneficial to us. Ignore that stop sign that's down. It knows what it did. Set our destination. Bring it up here. About right here in the middle of town. Should be good. Now, I want to go in one more time to used equipment and see if there's anything a little bit bigger, maybe a little bit better, not articulated. I love this tractor to death, but at the time of recording, it's not out yet, and I don't want to use it yet. Those 2 things are not related, by the way. There's 2 options, and I kind of like this option because this is our Merlot, and we can do some really fun stuff with this. It's also got a front loader on it. To be fair, probably wouldn't use it. There's a tractor that's got a little bit more power. Where's it at? Right here. The Series 6 TTV. I think this is pretty cool too. I could also run this on a multitude of other things other than that. So I kind of want to go with this. Pricing is a little bit more for this. However, we do have a little bit of a bigger engine in this. 183 horsepower. We can also run some nice Continentals. Especially those twins. Gotta love that. Ooh, narrow twin. I don't know, man. To be fair, usually any type of twins turn like junk. So I think we'll go with a wide tire. No front loader. Let's go with the chromed out green. Black wheels. Oh, that's so sick. What about like a dark gray? Oh, that doesn't look good. There we go. This isn't everything that we're going to need. Wow, that does not have a good turning radius. This isn't everything we're going to need, but I think this is a pretty good place to start. So we've got our fertilizer spreader, which we'll need very frequently. We've got a loading wagon now, which we're going to need frequently. And we've got our tractor, which is frequent something. Real quick, though, because the tractor was used, we need to repair it. There we go. All right. Now we gotta make our way up to the new farmland. And I think the best thing to do there is going to be to just tell this guy to go. Set destination right up here, bud. Right up there. Please just do it. That's all I ask. Let's get in here. So not a lot of equipment, and I'm also thinking about this now. With these duals, can we fit in the barn? I don't know the answer to that. I really don't. I hope we can. Oh, yeah, we'll be fine. I think it's the mowers that I'm most worried about trying to fit them in the barn because there's no way that they're going to fit at all. I mean, there's just 0 chance. Oh, this tractor's even fit in here. I have really underestimated how wide these openings are. Let's pick a mower up and just see what kind of trouble we can get into with this thing. Let's grab it, fold it, and see, because whenever you lower it, it starts to unfold. Let's see here. Can we fit them in here? Like maybe one of these. You know what? Maybe like the one at the far end, because there's nothing there. No way to drive through it. And if the duals can fit in here, this will work. Duals cannot fit in there, although that would work. Okay. Option number 2, will they fit in this barn? Will the duals fit through the door? Will the mower fit? Uh-oh. Mower bops down just a hair. All right, they're going in the barn. There's nowhere else to put them. Hopefully they'll fit through the door. Oh, yeah, we'll be just fine. A-okay. The good thing about this is you can pull forward kind of up to a corner like this, and then back up, spin it around, and just drop off the mowers right there. We got plenty of room. There's so much room here. And just, oh, I gotta unfold it. Crap. Well, I guess we're not driving through that door, are we? Do the same thing through here. Put it there. Back it in, just like so. Best backwards driver in farms. At least Farm Sim 19. Unfold it and drop it. It works. Now we have a few more tools that we need to figure out where they're gonna go. These included, they finally made it up here. One thing we do need to add over here is a multi-filling station, because if I don't have one of those, filling this stuff up is going to be a little bit more complicated. We've got a spot here that's almost perfect for it. So I think this is over in containers, all the way down here with 82 Studio, multi-fruit buying station. Yep. Land not owned by me. Well, patooey. Let's put it about there. Just right in front of the other one. Yeah. Let's go. Oh no, that's not the one I wanted, is it? Is that discount? Ooh, sell. Yeah, that's not the one I wanted. Discount money. Bam. That's the one I wanted. So let's go and fill up our fertilizer spreader right here, because we're going to need that. Solid fertilizer. There we go. Oof, 19,200 bucks. That is hefty, baby. Let's take this. Let's drop this off. I got to find somewhere to put the trailer. I think we're ready to move forward. Well, there's one other thing too, but you'll laugh at me. Here we go. Boom. Perfect. I'm sure there'll be some other stuff that we could put in here, but you know what? For now, that's not bad. And I'm just gonna pull that. Oh, no. Check this out. Because there's some extra space, I can back it in the side door. I'm gonna look at that in a few days and be like, what did I do? Why did I put that there? But for now, it's cool. Okay, before we move forward, there is something I need to check, and it's something that I keep forgetting to check. It is this area right here. I keep forgetting to do this. This should take, I think it's about a year and a half to build. And for me, it's taken about 4 years because I keep forgetting. We need 24,000 liters of planks long. All right, well, we'll do these in, I guess we do 2 10s at a 4. We need 24. Yep, all right. Done with there. That is good. And we've also made a little bit of money in the process. Not on purpose, just is what it is. And I think finally we get to take a little bit of a nap. It is currently December, and it says year 4 because I got a new mod that tells me all the fun stuff at the top. Let's go find ourselves a bed. I guess it's this way. And we'll go to sleep. We'll see you in January. Just like it is in real life right now, it is currently snowing in the game. And money has gone up. Not a whole lot, but I think a little bit. We need to go check some finances. Oh yeah, $63,000 going up. That's what I'm talking about right there. Yeah. However, we're about to make a whole bunch more money because we've got our silage over here. There should be, well, last time I checked, there was like 300,000 liters. Silage, 50 liters. Oh, I set that to sell too, huh? Well, that's not a very good price, is it? I think I've got everything set to selling. Yep, bread is set to selling. Over the grain mill, we're set to distributing right now. Flour is distributing. That's great. The dairy over here, the milk is, I think, set to selling. Is that correct? Milk's set to selling. Okay, so the thing is, it's not making me as much money as I want. That's the problem. Oh, also, there's flour being sent over here. And I don't know why. Well, let's set it up, I guess. Let's see. Flour. We don't need to make flour anymore. What we do need to do is make bread. So I guess we could do that. Let's activate it. There we go. And right now it's set to storing. We'll set it to selling. And now we can double the amount of bread that we do, I guess, in a day. This was something a lot of people wanted me to do. They wanted me to take in the flour, the extra flour, and stop selling the flour. But you wanted me to start doing that. So we've done it. Also, I love the road. The road is so beautiful this time of year. Oh, it's awesome. Let's go check in on our slurry because we could easily make another 10. Stop putting stop signs in the middle of the thing. All right, we've got 124,000 liters of milk in there, 95,000 liters in there. We've got some manure there, and slurry's 57,000 liters. So we may wait a few days. I don't think that's quite up to the capacity that I want to be messing with yet, but it's not bad. One last thing before we go forwards another day, we do need to check on our animals. Looks like the cows could use about 70,000 liters of straw and as much TMR as we can give them. So how about this? Why don't we make them happy? We got a good chunk of change right now, man. Why don't we give it to them? Let's find ourselves some TMR. There it is. Wonder if we could back this up. No, I can't back it up enough. That's all right. We'll give them another 100,000 liters of TMR. And as mentioned, about 70,000 liters of straw. There we go. Now, welcome into February. We're still in year number 4. Things have warmed up a little bit. We're up to 42 degrees this morning. It's not too bad. Although I think it was about 21 last night. It was very, very cold. Milk is doing good. We're up to 161,000 liters there. Manure's all right at 86,000. They've only used 5,000 liters of milk overnight, so we are now making more money or more milk that we know what to do with. Probably gonna have to buy another one of those. And we're up to 119,000 liters of slurry, which is a lot, if you ask me. We are also doing pretty good here because we are making bread, and it's selling it too, baby. Yeah. To be honest, there's not a ton that I need to do today in game. I am gonna go ahead and get a hold of some TMR. If I can find out where in the world it is. There we go, TMR. We're gonna go and give them a little bit more food. There are a lot of cows right now. I mean, we're still at 250,000, but here in a few months, we're going to get more, a lot more, and I'm probably going to sell them, but yeah, we'll see. So now with 460,000 liters of TMR in there, I think the cows are probably going to be happy. We're finally in a way, it says year 5, but I think this is still in year 4. We're still in a way where there's a lot of stuff that we could do. So we can deliver this grass over, we can do a little bit of harvesting, we can take on some contracts. We're going to be doing a little bit less contract work now that we've got a lot more field work to do of our own. We're also going to try to put down some oats. Now, it's not going to be in every field because I do want to do some other crops too. We've been doing, I came to the wrong side again. Crap. We've been doing oats and grass for a few years in game now, and I think it's about time that we pick something else. So I think we're definitely going to be doing that. What is a great question. I have no idea. But I know that we're going to be putting oats in some of the fields. I also know that some of the fields are about to get harvested. Yeah! Oh, baby, I'm so excited. Let's say harvested. Mowed. They're going to get mowed. Yeah, oh no. Oh no. We're good. Nothing bad's happened yet. We're good. We've got some big old grass fields that are ready to go. 3 of them. As a matter of fact, a whole bunch. If I jump in here and take a look, it just says ready to harvest, but it doesn't give me an actual amount. Yeah, I'm not quite sure. I'm trying to look down at the bottom. I've got a mod installed that kind of, well, usually tells me what's ready and what's, got this and that. But I guess for grass, it's just not working right now. Oh, well, what are you going to do? Let's go and get this thing unfolded. We are also going to be mowing the right way. Spin it around, boys. Spin it around. Come on, hurry up. So we're going to do that. We can also back up at 32 miles an hour, which is real nice. So we're going to bring this over here. About like that. That'll do. Hopefully we can run a GPS with this going backwards. I didn't actually think about this. Steering assist, 7.3 meters. We're going to run 2 passes. And I was about to say, it's not showing up, but it did show up. There it is. It did the thing. Mow, set, works. Ha ha! Yeah! We're finally doing it the right right way. And I don't know if this is like where it stops or if it's stopping me. I also can't see the green line. I can usually always see the green line, but for some reason, I don't know if it's the way the sun is or what, but I'm having to do this from like up top because I never know I don't know where I am. It is kind of weird, isn't it? I've never experienced that before. That's odd. It's got to be the way that everything is. Nonetheless, I apologize for having to have my camera up so far because like this is way more cool to watch. But unfortunately, I have my GPS turned on right now and I have no idea. Like right there. Crap. We're good. We're good. Whew. Like that. I don't know what's going to happen. You can't even see it here. What in the world? I'll say it is a little bit weird running a mower backwards like this. But I also understand that this is the way that it's supposed to be. So I get it. I'm the one that's been doing it weird the whole time. Not anybody else. I get it. But dude, I dig these mowers. It's just, I don't know. They're easy to use. I guess I could use the mowers that kick everything in, but they're not easy to use. So, yeah, there's that. Oh, wait, hang on. They're actually really easy to use. What am I doing? Hang on a minute. So I'm sitting here thinking, if I use the other mower set that I've got for the back and forths, and just run this around the outside, I could then come in with another tractor, run 2 passes around the outside, and that's it. And the rest of it would be absolutely perfect. I think that's what we're going to have to do. Maybe do 2 headlands like this. That's acceptable. But we need to go get those other mowers. Okay, so I'm going to pick up the mowers. We got it on the blue Valtra. Let's jump back over to the green Valtra and continue to hit these headlands. We're going to run 2 here, and then I guess we'll run 2 on the other ones as well. Almost back around now, and this is a very good thing because our mowers just got here. Ooh, finally get to use the old ones again. But I've been thinking about this, like, man, this would be so much easier if I'd have just done it that way to begin with. But no, had to be difficult. A little bit more to go right here, and this will be the very end of this mower on this field. Boom, done. Oh, there was a little bit there that I missed. Let's hit that real quick. Whee! All right. Feels weird to be backing up right now, but it'll be all right. We'll be good. We'll be good. We'll be good. Let's get it in this field. We'll get everything lined up. Good enough. Oh, I'm pressing the wrong buttons. Let's just get out of there. Let's get into here. Let's get everything unfolded, ready to go. Let's bring it out to this field. Let's see how the lines are going to line up first, because I have no idea. So we'll just go to steering assist, boom. And then we find out that it wants to go this way. This is a good thing. This makes it really, really easy. This is the way that I was hoping it would go the whole time. But, you know, it is what it is. So let's set it about right here. Just like that. We'll bring everything down. We'll bring that down to the front. It is in, let's see, working mode. I think should be in swath dropping. Yep. We'll just double check it. There it is. And then now we can go back over to AI Worker, who's going to do the exact same thing. Who's going to do the exact same thing. There we go. I guess we can turn off the head. Wait, do we turn off the headlights? Wait a minute. So, I've made a clear error in my judgments. This wants me... This is a much wider working with. I actually need to do this myself, don't I? I sure do. Darn, man. I don't know what I'm doing. I have no idea. I guess whatever I'm doing, I can set this guy to just do something. Maybe, right? AI Worker, 2 headlands. Go for it. Oh, I don't want them to work the headlands to begin with. Start with up and down. Yeah, go do your thing, homie. And then I guess we have to do this. Never mind. I remember why I quit using these mowers. They bounce like nobody's business. God, that sucks. I'll tell you what, these poor Valtras are going to get the workout of their life doing grass work up here. There we go. Now we're ready to go back and forth. So let's set it up, get it right where the worker wants it. AI Worker, 2 headlands. Go, baby, go, baby, go, baby, go. Please, please go. Go, go. Quit going. Stop going. Stop. Where are you going? Why are you going like that? Stop, please stop. Dude, what are you doing? Where are you going? I told you. What? Why? Watch as the young lion hunts his prey, coming up on and behind the tractor. Don't. Oh, I got the hand. Don't make me grab you and throw you, dude. Should turn that off just in case. All right, let's see what this was all about. Wait a minute. Did you see this little thing here that was missed? It said, no, I need to do that first. You did, didn't you? What? Now you're going over there. What's over here? Please show me. Oh, it's something that's right here? Uh-huh. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely missed that. All right, where are we going now, bud? Oh, he's putting it down. Oh, better watch yourself. That's in the middle of the... Why? Don't turn around this way. You still got so much behind you, man. Oh, we're going this way now. You know, I should have just set it to not do the headlands, because it currently is hitting spots in the headlands that have already been done. You have lost your privileges, my man. You have lost your privileges. I'm hoping now that I have the headlands completely blocked off, it'll say, oh, well, I'm not allowed to do those, so I just won't. Now let's try again. What is 1 plus 1? It is start from here and mow like I've told you to do it. The other mower's doing great. I don't even like that one. Ay. All right, that should go back and forth. Hopefully it doesn't miss too much and bounce around like that. Ugh, don't like that. We got more work to do now because we need to start running a schweizer. So let's grab this. We need to go grab our schweizer. I do not have a weight. I'm not going to be using any of those weights because those are a little bit heavy. I don't think I need a weight for this either. So there's that. There we go. Got them. But we should be good here. Now I have used this on multiple occasions to differing successes depending on what has been going on and, well, what the temperature was outside, to be frank. So what I'm going to try and do here is I think I just want to run, instead of trying to swath at this and swath at that, I think I just want to run it straight down the middle. Nothing wild, nothing crazy. 8.5 meter working with, run 2 passes, and it should be enough to pick up everything. Should. What noise was that? Was that a Deutschfahrt GPS noise? It was. I've never heard that before. Okay. See big stuff. See you. All right. I had no idea. That was a new noise for DjGoHam. Let's get the party rocking. This should be pretty good. The mower's like 9 meters something. This is 8 something. More than enough. I guess I could run it down the middle, but then I'm going to have to set a bunch of different working widths. I'm going to have to set a bunch of different working widths anyway. What am I doing? Let's just send everything off to the left like I wanted to in the first place. That'll be much, much better. Stop here. Detach. Reattach. Because for some reason you have to do that. 8.5 meters. Nice offset. Okie dokie. A weird sound, that's all I'm saying. There we go. All right. It also turns out we did not get enough time to do any seating, at least for now. We will, don't worry. I've almost made it around one time. It is taking forever. I do miss the mower that goes a little bit faster than this. Speaking of mower that goes a little bit faster than this, our mower is killing it right now, doing that whole field, looking great. One pass is now done. Sweet. Now we just need to spin around and do it again. Turn it back on and go. And it looks like we'll be able to not only pick this up and maybe get a couple little chunks from off the sides. As soon as we can get this done, this is going to have to go in that field right across from us. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about that. And it's also going to have to start in the middle, not running headlands, just the way the mower's done it. But I will say, I'm really happy because the mower's done a really good job. If we come in here and see exactly how much we've gotten done so far, I know it doesn't look like we've done much here, but we really have. And field 38's just been knocked out in a snap. 36, 37, it's going to take about as long as 38 did. Not very long is how long. but it just goes down, spins around, and keeps going. It is a real good mowing setup. I love mowing anyway in Farming Simulator, so hopefully you do as well. And if you hate doing it but love watching other people do it, hopefully this is helpful for you guys too. I love doing grass work. If I had to pick one job, I would do grass work and have cattle. That's it. That's it. So easy and so much fun. Check this out right here. Here's where it kind of splits off. Oh, I don't know why, but I just think that that looks really cool. Just me? All right, fair enough. And we are done. There it is. Yeah, man. Perfect. So all done through there, but we still need to come over here and rock and roll. As a matter of fact, well, our mower is running his very last pass, so I wouldn't want to be rude. Although I should probably get over here anyway. He's making quick work of that. I may go ahead and get this started, or at least be able to get this started. Let's see. At the top left-hand corner, it looks like the field is starting on the right-hand side. So that is where we will go. Also, this poor Deutzfahr is having a terrible time trying to manage this. It is having a rough time, man. I don't know why. It's just... it's not enjoying it. It has a really difficult time getting over some of these windrows. Like a really difficult time getting over some of the windrows. I am curious a little bit. I'm gonna take a look real quick. Windrows right here. I think this is the Anderson. I think it is anyway. 140 horsepower. We got 180. I couldn't tell you what the difference or the deal is, man. See, working directions, offset, shuttle lines, AI worker. On the other hand, 8.5 meters, 2 runs, where the headlands, yes, start with up and downs. Will this work? If this works, I'm going to be super duper happy because this is absolutely going to be perfect. And I can just set this at 17 meter working width when I pick it up with the loading wagon. All right. We can only hope. While I sit here and wait and hang out in there, I wanted to show you the swap that it made. It did so good. Check that out. Yeah! Oh, it's awesome. I got the hiccups. I've been drinking Dr. Pepper all afternoon. Okay. Not bad, man. Not bad at all. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over here. We're going to hire a worker up on this field. And then after that, it's kind of going to be every man for himself. They're just going to kind of keep going and going and going. I'm also realizing that I need 4 tractors up here, not 3. So we are a millionaire, so we may as well spend a little bit of money and find something that would work really well. Maybe on that swath, if I'm be honest with you, that merger. Let's find out with this which way the lines go, so I know which way to line it up. Oh yeah, no, we're good. We're good. We're gonna set it up the exact same way as we did with this last field. I just wanted to make sure that it was able to go straight instead of trying to turn and this and that. All right, work the headlands on, but start with up and down. Boom, go. Ooh, I'm flying. I forgot I had flight mode turned on. So here's what this field looks like. Absolutely perfect. Going to be super easy to go back and forth and pick that up. Love it. Taking a look over here at our swather and how they've done. Is this the right way to do it? I don't know, but it's working for me. That's what matters the most. And it's something different, and it looks cool, and it looks neat. I don't know how you would do this in real life, but I know this works. It's working just fine. So I found my tractor. It's about $200,000. I love it. It's one of my favorite tractors of all time. The 900 Black Beauty. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. I've even gone for a Fendt branded 1800 kg front weight in black as well. Ah, it's so pretty. It's a little bit heavy, but it is pretty. So let's see if we can get it up there, and then we'll be just about complete. Also, just so we're clear, the butterfly mowers are going on this, not the Valtra. And I think we're going to take the Valtra and utilize this. Also, this does have driving direction, which changes. So that's pretty cool too. I didn't get it because of that, but it does have it, which is, you know, fairly awesome. Let's see, where is that Fendt? Oh, that's the blue one. Oh, that's a pretty one. I like that one. I guess we'll stop him whenever we get up here. You know what? Right here's fine. Stop that. There we go. Drop the front. And we'll come around. We'll drop the rear. Yay! It's this poor tractor. It's just too much for this thing. It really is. I think I'm going to readjust that Fendt or not the fence, the readjust the Valtra. It's just a little too much. Oh, Valtra's gonna have to take this weight with him. Sorry, bud. All right, with this, let's hook up to the front mower first. That way we actually get a little bit of stability going on, and we'll back up to these mowers. We have bought a lot of stuff. Let's double check, make sure that this is still on 2 headlands. It is not. Now it is. Hire worker, and they should recenter back up. Oh gosh, what have they done? Oh, I forgot to tell it not to do the headland. My B, dog, my B. Should just pull forward, maybe pull back. Yep, and then start from here. Please start from there. You know you wanna. You know you want to. God, come on. Go for it, baby. Go for it. Yeah! Let's get out of here. A couple more things real quick. I need a workshop up here. This is from the Addable Triggers mod. And all I gotta do is put that right about... Actually, you know what? We could put it like right here. I don't know which one I like better. I don't really like either one. Which one do you like? I know you're probably like, put it under there! But like if I put it under here, does it look cool? Yes, but half the stuff I have is not going to fit under there. So I'm a little bit worried about doing that. You know what? I don't understand how this ended up all the way over there. You know, I had the workers figured out in Farm Sim 22, 19, 17, 15. I had it down. I knew exactly what to do, where to go. If a map had MTA or multi-terrain angle, I knew exactly what I needed to do. And these new workers, they're like, I am the captain now. All right, where was I? Getting the this poor tractor, getting those rear duals off of there. I'm not a fan anymore. I don't know why. Do we have Vredestein tires? We do have Vredestein tires. Can we just do like a wide tire? Not even with weights, just a wide tire. See, that looks pretty good. I'm cool with that, man. Yeah, very cool with that, indeed. Since I released the last video, episode 62, a few updates have been released for Farm Sim 25, including version 1.5 and 1.501. So because of this, there's a lot of things that have been changed or are different. For example, our manure pit here, which is overflowing at the time, as well as this guy right here, and because there's no milk here, and I've had to put in an extra milk holder, we need to clear all of these and remove them and put them somewhere. Well, I say put them somewhere else. We need to basically delete them and then put them back. So let's start by clearing them all out. I'm going to start with the manure pit itself. Did that give me 2 options to choose? What else is around? Oh, it's just the one. Oh well. Fortunately, we got ourselves a little sell point right over here, so we get to dump all this in. Should make a little bit of cash money, which is great. One of the other things I'm gonna do, because I'm now started another series on YouTube, making videos for that. Comms didn't. So that's realistic is definitely not the word, but it's, you know, I'm behaving. So this one may turn into having a little bit more fun at the expense of the game. One of the things I might do, 10 grand, not bad. One of the things that I may end up doing is turning off the crop calendar. Of course, we've still got mods that are set up right now. Is that filling up with it open? It is. That's great. I am going to probably turn off the crop growth calendar so we can do whatever we want whenever we want. I may be utilizing some more of like a grow now type thing, something like that. That way we can have a little bit more fun, do a little bit more things. I guess it's not going to get any more than that, huh? We could just have a little bit more fun with it and not be so serious. We actually get to try some new things and that type of thing. So that's what's going to be happening, I think. All right, this one's pretty easy to manage here. All we got to do is go in, go for a soften, and haha, just like that. Okay, so that's one out. I am going to try if I can get in here to select it. Remove the manure bit, but I don't open heap. There we go. Yes, remove that. There we go. So that's one. All right, next, let's get the milk. And then milk, I don't quite know where in the world we're going to put this. There's also a lot of it. Good gosh. We do have a milk-a-ray right here. It's got some milk in it. We'll fill this up, but I think the rest of it, we're going to have to sell it. Oh boy, I definitely came in at the wrong angle. Come on! Now we're going to have to use super strength to get us out of this. I really didn't want to have to do that. Yay! Got him. All right, so there's 100,000 liters. We'll fill up. Come on. No, it's too far the other way. Make up your mind. It's probably me. One of us made this farm. I think it was me. I think maybe it's just a little bit too tight in there for one little guy with a tractor. So let's bring this round. I hope that I can get the dump trigger here. Yeah. We'll dump the rest of this milk in, then we need to find a place to sell it. While we're doing that, let's go ahead and change our settings here. So seasonal growth, we'll make sure we turn that off. To be fair, we may just sell it at the cow farm sales, right over here where everything is. I may have to move this trailer. Sorry, buddy. How about we put you back in here? Yay! Gotta have some fun with it, right? All right, we'll spin this bad boy ram. There's more milk in here already? There was another 1,000 liters that just magically appeared. Get out of here. All right, let's go and empty the milk. We'll empty both of these. Should sell quickly. Money is going ho, 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 ho. This is what I'm talking about. If you're not doing milk, you got to do milk, whether that be for buffaloes, the cattle, something. $405,000 for milk. That's so dumb. That's really dumb. I love money. All right, now that we've got that, there's a few other things we need to do, like deleting the filling area and deleting the milk storage. So that's that. And I think the only thing left now is slurry. Now this one I have no idea what's in here. 174,000 liters. Jeez, goodness gracious. All right. Milk, buffalo milk. Oh, that's right. I forget, if you've got a little trigger, it'll use everything. So this is from Schultz Monning's the buildable feedlot setup. And unfortunately, it's just not out yet. I've been using this for what feels like 2 months now, and it's still not here. I really hope it comes out soon. At least when I'm recording, it's not out. Not even gonna try with these. I'm just gonna immediately sell right over here at the Sell Anything station and just be done with it. We don't own the BGA yet, so there's not much I could do there. Sell, sell. This is gonna go down quick, but money does not go up quick. Slurry's one of those things where it's almost better to just use it than it is to sell it. So 174,000 liters to sell for 19 grand. That's so little. But at least we're done now with all of that. We'll get that sign out of there, of course. All right, delete time. Let's get over here and let's delete the filling area as well as the slurry storage. So now everything that we had, everything that needed to be done is now sold so that we can redo this for the save game. So let's put those back, maybe in the same place, maybe not, I don't know. I guess we could start with the open heap. Let's bring this in here, about right there. I want to try and get it back almost right in. Bam, got it on, good to go. Sweet. I love that. I love that the poo is just inside of a fence. It's so silly and dumb, but I love it. All right, so now that we've got that done, we'll jump over to silo extensions. I think keeping the milk over here is probably fine. I like having the milk in this spot right here, although we could just put it here and it keeps it out of the way for us, and we've got more room to drive through here. You know what? We'll do that exact thing. So we'll put this here, whoop-pow, and then we'll put our slurry. I like that the slurry was over here. It was like here. Let's move it a little bit more centrally located. That way we've got more room to kind of swing in and get it. So we'll put that there. Turn on the free build, if you will. And then I jump back over to silos. And at least for the buildable feedlot pack in here, we have the open heap, which can be found there. But we also have these little triggers, which are great. I love these little triggers. You can put them and they basically just do anything is not the word. But they work very well. Click. Aha! Now, that should be done. We shouldn't have to worry about that anymore. And that's that. Yeah. While we're here, we may as well check on I was about to say the kitty cats. They're not kitty cats. The cows, see how much food they've got. They could use a little bit. We'll give them a little bit of food. All right, can we get this lined up in a way where I'm getting TMR and can sell it? Nah, I have to get it a little bit different. Anyway, we'll fill this thing up. I think this holds, what is it? 100,000 liters, I believe, something like that. Had to back up that far. That far. Goodness gracious. All right, we'll take a look, see how we're doing right here. TMR is going up. We flick around through. There we go. Yeah, it's going up. We're good. Since we made the money off of the milk and everything, I'm probably just going to fill them all the way to the top. We're at 484 right now. I'll fill this up 5 more times, get them up to a mil. Oh, I got it. 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 We can fill and dump at the same time, just hopefully it doesn't dump too high. If that goes out of the tip trigger, we are done for. Yep, we're done for. So we got that at least. Where's the click? Where's the click? There it is. Yeah, it's not gonna work well. I need to figure out where I could set this. Like, set it up right about so it fills up and dumps at the same speed. So at least there's that. And it looks like I've been able to do like 100,000 liters right through there. Boom. Almost 200,000 liters we were able to fill up just from that area. Was it 2? Maybe it was just 1. Anyway, what I gotta do is go through, set it, get it to about 50%. And then from there, so there's 40, 45, 50, dump here. And then that gives us about 100,000 liters-ish. There we go, 997,000 liters of TMR. They are happy, I am happy, it's all good. Next, we need to do one of 2 things. I think I know what I wanna do first. So that's done, that's number 2 actually. Number 1 is going to be heading to check out, the game laggy? Yeah, just had to restart, everything's fine. This stuff down here, it is just constantly filling up and doing its thing, and this takes stones. But there's really no way to go from over there to over here. So, I've been reading comments, I've been seeing what you guys have been talking about, and it turns out that there's a piece of equipment that'll work well for this. Apparently using this to pick up stuff will work. So we're going to take a look at that, but there was actually something that just released not long ago. These little guys right here, I kind of want to try these. I love this very much, but this works good too. However, it's I don't know. I don't want to use that one. I want to use this one. To be fair, I'm cool with these colors right here. Let's go and get ourselves one of these and buy it. I don't even know how much that costs. 38 grand. Little much, but it'll be all right. Let's see if we could get down into here. Yay! Had to raise that up a little bit. All right. This says it will auto load from the ground. So we're going to see about that. Let's line this up. Back in the day, we used to use these for everything. You basically had to use them for running all of your silage. You could set up a few of them to unload for silage, things like that. I was going to say, I don't know how this works, but evidently I figured it out without having to use the help menu, which, by the way, it's right there. Usually I have the help menu pulled up, but because I've been doing other stuff, I've had it turned off. Okay, so this is working well. And it can just run all the time? Interesting. Okay, that was $4,800 worth of stuff. And so I guess I just let that run for forever? Yeah, there we go. Get a little bit more, a couple dollars worth. Hey! All right. Cool. $2 there. Let's check it out. Is it still on? Yeah, it's still on. So every time there's just enough. Wait, is that a collectible? I can't collect it. I want to have you. It's super cool that that's under there. I just don't know how to get it off. Oh well. Looks like that's still working for now, so that's good. I don't know. Did it work? Absolutely. So, moving on. Guess I can reset this thing now. Oh no, don't go to sleep! I really gotta learn how buttons work. All right, so I could use this. Back to this. I could use that. However, we have a whole farm up here, and I don't think I've got a loading wagon set aside for this. Oh no, I do have a loading wagon in there. Sweet! Let's get rid of this thing. Just so we're clear, it's been like 3 or 4 weeks at least since I actually recorded a video on here. So you'll have to give me just a second because I'm relearning everything again. Alrighty, so now we got to figure out what the width is going to be. It looks like we're using the Anderson Merge Pro. So this is really easy to figure out, and if you don't quite know exactly what I'm up to, check this out. So we find our mergers, wherever they are, right, where we at? There we go. We're using the Anderson, which is base game right here. It is 9.2 meters, so double that, 18.4. This should line up perfectly with everything out there. Doesn't look like it will, but I guess we'll find out and see. Go to steering assist, change this to 18.4, and will it work with one headland? Didn't quite line up, did it? It's almost off like the perfect amount. How is that possible? And it's getting worse the farther over we go. Okay, well, let's change that, maybe. Bring it down just a little bit more, and I guess line up the outside, and then we'll go from there. We'll lower this down a meter every time. Still not. Really? Wait. Was that 9 or 8? Is it 16.4? That seems to line up better. At least around the outside. Oops. Still don't know what to take. Oh, I know what happened with the inside of the field. I didn't use a merger. I used the mowers. Ah. I'm an idiot. All right, well, at least we can line this up. So let's go with it. Let's turn it on. Rock and roll. Oh, that's right. I don't have any silage additive. Let's fill that up real quick. Silage additive. We'll pretend that I paid myself for it or something. I don't know. And I think at this point we can all give up the fact that I'm gonna go slow. We've got a lot of work to do here. DJ's not gonna go slow anymore. DJ's gonna go a little bit faster. Not insane, but I'm not gonna, sit there and screw around either. We gotta go, baby. We gotta go. So you've set it up to 16 miles an hour. I'm okay with that. I think that's a good speed. I think the big thing's going to be I have to go back and figure out exactly what the mowers that I used were. I guess I could probably do that now. We've got the Samaz, I believe, up here. These are 9.4. So 9.4 should line up with everything. So one of the things we're going to be doing with the grass is making silage. Basically, I've set up to make silage constantly and then sell the silage. At least I think it's set up to sell the silage. We've got 2 of these. I need to rename them because I don't know which one's which, but everything is set to selling, and the hay in this one's set to storing for some reason. But I don't have it turned on, so whatever. Here we go. Let's rename this guy to hay ventilation. What's a good name? This is not bad. Grass farm hay dryer. Perfect. Hey, now I know which one's which. And I could go in here, grass farm hay dryer. Awesome. That's the one. So we're going to take all of this grass. It's all going to be turned into silage and sold. I'm not making my own TMR. No. Okay, so now that we've done all that, let's change this up. What did I say? 9.4 meters, something like that. Should this work? Set it to 2 headlands. Nope. Set it to 1 headland. Not lining up. I'm gonna have to unhook this, aren't I? Yep. I forget that you can't do this. So steering assist. Now we go to 9.4. Let's go just 1 headland. Hey, that's almost right. It's just ever so slightly to the left. Let's go down to the other end and see if it lines up. If it doesn't, I may have to do an offset. Does appear to be completely level the whole way. So at least the spacing is good, but it is nothing else is. Maybe if I set this to 2 headlands, maybe it'll line it up. Sometimes that does help a little bit. Let's go in here and try it again. Boom, steering assist, 9.4. Set it to 2 headlands. Okie dokie. Seeing that fixed it. Told you. It's I would say I can't explain it. It's easy to explain. I'm just not gonna. Okay, so basically, depending on how much space around the field, you would think it wouldn't matter, but it does matter because sometimes you run the 8.4, the 9.4 around the outside twice. That's gonna make some spots a little bit closer together around towards the inside. And that is why it makes a difference. Capiche? All right, we should be getting close to filling up. There it is. All right, let's take off, and we'll go deliver our first load over here. This is kind of fun. I wanted to set all this up basically to be a money-making machine, and I like doing silage. Silage is #1 to DjGoHam. Love it, love it, love it. Bring it around. Looks like that's going to be the dump trigger right there, and I guess I can just drive straight around. Hopefully I left myself enough room. Boom. Unload it and go, and we should see... Yeah, grass is going up. Sweet. So, I don't... Ooh, hang on. That's active. This is the only active one. All right, good. Silage is active. We could use this one as well, which makes hay, and I guess we could make hay with this, but yeah, I'm not gonna. Also, straw's in here too. Did I add that? I think I added that. We're also gonna run into problems because that was 250,000 liters, 260,000 liters, and this only holds 1 million. So we're gonna have 4 loads in here, and then that's it. We might have too much. I think we're gonna have too much. We may have to deliver some of this down to the other farm. It's probably what's gonna have to happen. So then, back at it we go. Get it ready to line up. Set the cruise. Turn it on. and go. Let's get some more grass. Hey, we made it all the way to there, so we ended up getting quite a bit, but still, goodness Christ, so much grass. I overdid it, I think. And the field is done! Yeah! Hey, all right. So we're all done here. Now we got to move over to another field and get that done. I may avoid running the headlands for this one just to see if everything lines up. Yikes. So no, it doesn't line up at all. I think maybe that was the only field I didn't use a merger on? Possibly? This is definitely going to be, I think this is the 19 or 18, whatever it was. Just going off of memory here. Well, that didn't work. At least it worked for the outside. We'll go ahead and knock that out. Makes me wonder what in the world I used on this field. I don't even remember. I think we've got enough room for about a little bit more, and there it is. Yeah. Shockingly, this is only the third load. We've got enough for like a bit of a fourth. Okay, so I've knocked this out, but it does look like the setup here is just a little bit too far. So what I'm gonna try and do is bring this down and just kind of, oh, wait, did that work? There's no way 17 worked. It's getting a little further away each time. What if we go to a 16.9? Oh, that actually lines up well. Don't know why, but hey, I'll take it, man. Where does that line up? What is 16.9? It's probably 16.8 that would be the one that works. I don't know. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I have set our case IH right here to come up to the top of the map. Did you all the way up here? And it's set to go right here. Because there is just so much grass up here that's not going to be able to be done. If we go in, take a look, it is now full. There's nothing more I can do here. So we're going to have to pick everything up, but I think it's going to fill up again. And so therefore, I think I'm going to need another loading wagon. And we're going to have to take these all the way down to the other the silage thingy. So with that being the case, well, then we just need this. Huh? Yeah. Let's go. I don't think I said any of that right. Did I not turn it on? Crap. Okay, now that that's done, let's head over here. I think the same setup should work. Yeah. I don't exactly know why it's working, though. We're set at 17 meters. That would be, what's half of 17? 6.5, right? So 6.5 kicking into the left and the right. I don't have any windrows that are 6.5 meters wide. I got one of these. No, I don't have one of those anymore. I just have this. That was it. One of these. It's 9.2 meters. I don't understand. 9.2 does not equal 17. Come on. Looks like our buddy's getting here just in time. They did a great job. Man. Dude, that's awesome. Beforehand, not so much. Things were not going great. However, it does seem like the go-to is working pretty well. Game's a little bit laggy, but I don't know why that is. Nonetheless, this is a good thing because with them being there, we're almost full here. Both these have got to go back to the main farm. Not bad. Okie dokie. So now that we've got this, let's... no, that's not going to work. We're actually going to have to set this, aren't we? Where is it? That's not it. Oh, it's the one I'm in, isn't it? You just click that. That's right. All right. Set destination. Bring it down here. That, I believe, is our thing. So we could probably just set this to go in the middle of the road. And now it should go do it. Go do it. And go do it. Yay! Go do it. All right. Crap, I forgot what my settings were. Was it 17 meters at one headland? It was. All right, cool. All right, so now all we got to do is pick up this, and we should be done with picking up all the grass and stuff like that. Set this down to 16 miles an hour. There we go. Nope. This one. There you go, bud. Getting close down to it. We got a little bit more to go, and I think we should be almost good. Taking a look, you can see that our worker is making his way, although a little slower. Oh, yeah, it is a little slower than it would be normally. It's at 16 miles an hour. I'm sorry, bud. There you go. Full speed ahead, or ahoy, or whatever. And then we're gonna finish this. Poor guy, man. Poor guy. Uh-oh. 30, 94, 95. Oh, we'll be fine. We'll be okay. And there it is. All the grass is picked up. Everything is good. We can reset our cruise control up to 32 miles an hour. Let's head over to the main farm and go and get all of this dumped out. Oh, let's go. Time to jump it. Yay. I love that so much. I have done my best to get down here before our worker, and he is right there. Right there. Let's see if I can go around him on the left side of the road here. Peace out, slow-mo! That is very cool. So both of these are going to be dumped in here into the cellar, and then we're going to make some silage out of this. It'll sell itself, and we'll be good to go. I do want to double check, see exactly what we're doing. Hay ventilation right here. Oh no, that's going to be too much grass. Uh-oh. All right, well, looks like all of this is heading up to the silo. Cool, there's one. Beep. And number two. Let's see if I can push him out of the way, or at least get a little spot in there. Yeah, nice. All right, we'll go and get this moved out of the way. And I think we're just about there. Great thing is now I can just reset the destination for up here, set it to go to my farm. Boom, boom, boom. And he should do it. Today's gonna be a little bit different because we've got some fun stuff to show off. Before we do anything, I do need to set up some fertilizers real quick up here on all of the fields that we did in the last one. I don't know why I lowered that. Actually, I don't even know what I'm doing here. Can we just set this up with an AI worker? Oh, we can, I forgot, but it only does up to 30 meters. Super weird. Whatever, I don't care. Just do the whole thing and do your thing. I am playing this after 1.501 version of the game, so workers don't like doing what they want to do, which I didn't know until one of the last episodes. One of the first things we're going to do is we're going to swap out this Buy Anything station. See, 82 Studios sent over his new one. This is one that's not out yet, at least when I'm recording this video, and here it is. It is a third option to the bit. Now, this one you might be able to see down at the bottom left-hand corner. Simply this on your farm to buy any product with 60% off the market price. It also includes a palletized products buy and sell area. So you could sell, you could buy, all that good stuff. I'm gonna put it about right meow. Right about meow? Yeah, right about meow. So now we should be able to buy pallets, we should be able to sell pallets. All that. Problem is I don't know how. So I'm gonna have to figure that out. Oh, there's a little shop icon back here. Is that it? Ooh, it is. Look at that. Very cool. I don't need any of this right now, but the time may come. So we'll be back soon. I don't actually know what's going on with the worker here, but it's not good. I really wanted to do other stuff. Come on, Giants. What? This wasn't broken before. What are you doing? Stop breaking stuff that doesn't. Why? Fine, I'll do it myself. Not gonna go slow, but I'll do it myself. All right, we got it. Let's go ahead and fill this back up, I guess, for the next time. Solid fertilizer, sure enough, and park it up. Okay, so now that we've got that done, let's have a little bit of fun with our truck. Now, we're not gonna get rid of this one, but we are gonna add a new truck to our fleet. Technically, we're going to add 2 new trucks to our fleet. Both of these are early access from 82 Studios. Big shouty to him. Check out 82 Studio on all his socials if you want to see these in action, or just stay tuned. I'm going to be customizing each one of them to fit with our farm, and then we're going to get them out and hopefully put them to use. We also need to do some seeding, but I don't know if we're doing that. So I want to go through and find something that is going to fit perfectly for our grain cart. I've got the truck, which is very good for pallets, but I want to find something that's going to be a little bit OP for carting. There's a bunch of extensions on here. I don't know if I need a bunch of extensions. To be fair, I think the standard version might be exactly what I'm looking for. There's also a bunch of engines, including a 1500 horsepower experimental engine. I think 850 horsepower engine is probably going to be good enough for us. There's also a bunch of different wheels and stuff like that on here too. I want to go with something that's just like classic, that looks I say like the base game pieces of equipment. There's also some really interesting like off-road bits here. Those are pretty sweet. I think Continentals might be the way to go though. Not sure I want to go show truck with it, but there are 2 show truck options. It's also a smaller show truck setup. Ooh, heavy duty. That may be the way to go. There's some pretty sweet stuff in there. I like the standard, but it's almost too standard. Does that make sense? We'll keep it at standard for now. I'm going to go in and double check and see exactly what's going on. Then we have chicken lights, which we have custom ones or the base game ones. Say we go custom, of course. Now, in one of 82 Studios live streams, I suggested he do like 2 or 3 horizontal lines or vertical lines, and they were already an option. So I think it would be weird if I didn't go with those. There's also a bunch of, oh my gosh, there's so many customization options. Here, let me move my head out of the way so you guys could see some of these. I apologize if my head was in the way. Going through the different bumpers, and I think we need to go with something interesting. I just do not like these bits on the side at all. For this style of truck, I think design number 2 is going to be the way to go here. Usually I'll just go with whatever the other grill is. Yeah, we're definitely going with that. Exhaust are really just a single and double exhaust. We also have a Canadian style if you want to as well. Since this is a US, I think we go US, and I think dual is going to be great. Then we get to choose which one. I like the shorter, fatter ones. Yeah, those right there. Those are pretty sweet. Although, I know the flaps work, so let's go straight with flaps. There's some really cool visors, but I'm not sure, at least for this build, that I want to go with any of those. A bunch of mirrors too. I'm good without mirrors. We do have a sleeper option, but it's not a massive truck. So the sleepers almost look a little bit weird for me for the shorter truck. How's about we do like maybe a little shorter one like this? You know, little daybed kind of thing. Nah, I think it's standard. It's a day truck at the end of the day. No antennas, ever, ever, ever. Ooh, black and red interior? Yeah, look at that. He does have a blue and white one. Kind of have to go with that one, I guess, don't we? There are a few engine sounds, although we don't know which ones those are. We'll just go with engine number 2. Why not? And then there's some really cool vinyls. Yeah, I think because we've got vinyls on one, we have vinyls on everything. As a matter of fact, with that, yeah, look at that. Black and red interior with white and red on the outside. Now, this is going to be a weird one. I've never seen Smokey and the Bandit, so I don't know how to make this truck look like that. I just think this livery looks cool. I understand I've just outed myself, but I apologize. Ooh, there's a rear PTO. Yep, we're getting that. And then truck colors. How about black? What do you guys think about this? Since the inside's black, the outside can be black as well. Can we go with a fenders black too? Yeah. And then special editions. I don't think we've got any special editions on here. No, we do not. Vinyl color. Oh no, leave that white. But let's go with like a white age. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And then here's the other one. It's actually a Kubota orange. Interesting. Well, why don't we go with like a Mac race or Mac red aged. Yeah, man. I didn't have a visor, so no visor. And then chrome wheels. I think we definitely need to change the wheels. I found the ones I like. Heavy duty. Yeah. All right. Very cool. I think that's our truck. We have a license plate on here as well? Or no, the license plate option was taken away. Oh, no, it wasn't. Okay. Yeah, back only, front and back. Back only. Why has this changed? Every time I update the game. DjGoHam. Not B. Bam. Okay, so here is one truck, the one we've had. And here's the new one. Yeah. Sound 2 is very loud, but it does sound epic. Boy, is that loud. Man, that's so cool. I love it. That's going to be extremely loud in the video. Okay, the other option comes in the form of a pickup truck. You can ignore the blue on the back. I have universal auto load, which is one of the very few third-party mods I would ever install. But we're not going to include that with this one. We need to come in here. Oh, that's so cool. Look at that rusted. Yeah, we have to go with a rusted look. I mean, we have to, right? Oh, it's actually a design option. Let's go back. I wonder if... Okay, yeah, it is an option if we go into decals. So we're going to keep this like it is, and we're going to build our own truck. Engine options all the way up to a... Why does auto load keep insisting on going in every time I change a customization option? You know what? We'll just do it last. Okay, so there's a couple of engine options here. We have a 175. We also have the 279 and an 850 horsepower. I think 279 is probably going to be a-okay. I don't want to go insane with the wheel options, but I do want to do something kind of cool. Insane and cool is fine. Both together's all right. That was awesome. Lizard Forestry, Lizard Classic. Man, we got to go with Lizard Classic, don't we? Hopefully there's nothing too just wild. Let's go with Design 2 and 2. I like the wheels. I think they look pretty sweet, so we'll keep that. Custom bumpers, anything. Oh, that's nice. I do kind of dig the chrome setup right here, though, so we'll go with that. As we showed off, decals, we'll go with that. Bed options. Yeah, let's go with that. That looks kind of neat. Cabin visor. I'd say I don't really need one, but I feel like a truck of this might have that. Steps. Definitely got to have steps. Rear fender flares. Or say fender flares all around. We've got them, but they don't have the rust. So let's just go with no. Hood scoop. I mean, kinda, maybe. Yeah, we'll go with it. Extra lights. Ooh, black on the lights. Those look pretty good. Chrome though. Yeah, we got to keep it at chrome. Underglow. Are you kidding me? I mean, it's got to be a red truck, doesn't it? So we'll go with that. Old engine, gas turbo sound, gas engine, old. Let's just stick with old. I like old. Trailer hitch, we've got yes and no on here. We'll definitely have to stick with yes. Winch, that's a cool one. Yep, I don't think I've used any winches in Farm Sim yet. And then we have chassis color, which is red gloss right now. Let's go with race red age. Actually, we could go with the Mac old. Yeah, I just like the Mac. I think the Mac looks super cool. And then everything else is fine in here. I don't really want to change anything else. Yeah, I'm cool with all of that. And then all we got to do from there is turn the auto load off. Close, and then buy it. Beep. Yeah, that's so cool. All right, let's see how it sounds. Definitely an old truck. So if you've not figured it out yet, this is based on the base game International, which is around here, the Series 200. But this is a custom version from 82 Studio. Hopefully we'll be able to see this soon. I like this. I don't know. It's like somebody's worked on it for. Oh my gosh, this drives so good. It's like somebody's worked on it for a long time. So the plan is for both of these trucks to utilize them in this series. So we'll go in here, see if I can get this guy to go somewhere. Let's set him a destination, and I want him to come in here. We'll see if they do. He is? Okay. Should we follow along? That's the wrong way. Oh, no. He might be going the wrong or the right way. Either way. Let's head back over to the farm. We'll drop both of these off. And I think we need to kind of get moving a little bit. Yo, check out that suspension. That's so cool. You forget how good these things can be. And I've forgotten how bad of a driver I am. Yay. Hey, you can have a little bit of fun, right? Yeah. All right, speaking of fun, we need to figure out what we're going to put on these fields over here. There's a lot of things to choose from. I've turned off the growth calendar setup. So now we really have the ability and the option to do kinda whatever we want. Oh my gosh, this finally has an interior. Oh my goodness. I don't know why I just realized this. We've never been able to get it here before. Ah! Hey, that's awesome. Over time, I don't know if you guys know this, but over time, I need to move my face. Over time with this building right here, Giant Software have gone from having it unenterable and things with triggers and nothing, and then I guess over a few updates, they've thought it would be fun to update that area. I'm down with it. I really like the idea. I think it's cool. Was the truck here? Is he here? He's here! Yeah! You're fired. Let's go ahead and get it hooked up to the grain trailer, and we'll be a-okay, baby. And that is just something else. Love it so much. I have no idea. So, fields. We have, well, this field over here, which will very likely remain grass, or maybe not, I don't know. We have all of these. So let's say we've got 5 fields, right? We need to figure out what we're going to put in any of these. As I mentioned, the crop calendar is open. We can do whatever we want, whenever we want. I'm still going to try and go along with winter versus this and that type thing, but I thought it'd be fun to try some new things, some things that I haven't done before. There are root crops that I have not done anything with yet. There are new crops like green beans and peas and stuff like that that I just haven't done. I've been avoiding. I just haven't done it because I've been avoiding it. So I think it might be good to jump in, maybe find our fertilizer. Where's our case? Did the case just like get up and run away? Oh, it's right there. Let's stick this out. Let's go ahead and put it into the field, do some fertilizing on all the fields, just kind of knock it out. And from there, I think we'll have a base slate of what we want to do. I want to do a little bit of this and a little bit of that. I still enjoy swathing, but I was about to say, did I just crash my game by trying to hook up to this? You know what? Probably time to save, isn't it? Also, I want to acknowledge the fact that the building that I'm currently using here is not out yet. I'm extremely grateful that Ica sent this over to show you guys ahead of time. However, it is a little bit probably disconcerting to a lot of you guys that I'm using buildings and things that are not available yet. I try to show things and show how they're used as much as possible, but I do realize that at least when it comes to this building specifically, it's probably a little bit out of hand, I think, at this point. I've been showing it so much, and you guys are probably sick and tired of seeing it. So I've seen that in the comments. I've seen you guys talk about it. Uh-oh. Did I just sell that? No, it's right there. Okay. So I just wanted to acknowledge that. Something else we need to do is maybe do some stuff. I've got a mod installed that makes painting way cheaper because painting was frankly out of hand. So I'm gonna go through and just repaint and redo everything that's in here currently, because boy does it all need it. There we go. Tons of maintenance. What is that? Probably $100,000 worth, $50,000 worth. Oh my goodness, $24,000 and something. 18,000. I didn't pay attention to what I was clicking. 69, nice. 11's not too bad. Oh my goodness. Shoo. If that 11 is the last one. Okay, I was about to say, don't tell me it cost me $11,000 to repaint this stupid thing. We're gonna fill this up more with fertilizer. There we go. I've also got a mod installed that allows me to run. Oh, these are already fertilized. Never mind, I'm gonna say I've got a mod installed that allows me to run through these and have everything set up where it just double fertilizes. But guess don't have to worry about that no more, do we? Haha. All right then, let's get this bad boy out of here. This is a little bit dirty, but we'll worry about that at another time. There you go, no dirt. Let's fill it up with seed. This is my cedar planter combo thingamabobber. And I say we plant some stuff that we haven't done yet. So I say we go at least peas, green beans, and spinach for a few of the fields. We got to figure out what's going to be what, though. Maybe the smallest one. So, like, this could be peas. This is a great one for spinach. And green beans on 8. I think that's going to be the way to go here. And as a matter of fact, since we're already up here, let's find our green beans. Let's put them in the ground. I will also say, because we've got so much going on at this point, probably a good idea to go ahead and find ourselves another cedar and or planter. A little smaller, but still pretty cool. I really like the Vaderstad Rapid A800S. This was a newer mod, I think released by Giants, may have been another modder, but it only does seed. And as you guys know me, I really like spreaders and things like that that only do seed. Whoa, we should definitely do a seed hog instead. Why haven't I even considered this? Oh my god. Oh, is this one of the ones that does fertilizer though? Uh-oh. To be fair, I don't think our fields are big enough to use something like that yet. All right, well, let's go ahead and set this one to where it's going to go. Let's find our case wherever I've put it again. There it is. Now, not everything can seed everything, and not everything can plant everything. So I do need to go through. I know we got green beans going over there. Let's see. Noggrass peas. We can use this one for peas. And let's fill them up with seeds real quick. There we go. 3,100 liters of seed. Man, I love it. I know in the last game I used, which one was it? The Limkin? A lot. I've done my best not to use that because as people have said, I played Farm Sim 25 like I did 22. Shocker, I played 22 like I did 19. Say it's not so. Anyway, there are a few things that I've tried not to do because they've been very, very similar or exact to the way that I used to do them. So, at the end of the day, don't forget, I'm still just playing the game, having fun. I don't have a lot of time off screen to play Farming Simulator, so this is the time that I get to play the way that I want to, at least on this series. Constant's gonna, well, I say is going to be. Constant is a little bit different, but this one, not so much. Let's go in here. This is going to be another one of those. Let's find a way to find a worker. 8 meters, da-da-da. Is it going to do start up and down? Start up and down. Hire worker. Please do your thing. Hey, go, go, go. All right, the John Deere seems to be doing A-OK. However, there's only 3 up and downs that it can do. So as soon as it's done here, I'm going to take over, and I'm going to knock out the rest of this. So it looks like it's done. Steering assist, blah, 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 blah. 2 headlands, go. I'm gonna knock this. I also have to be careful because through here we had, I was about to say seed. Seed's what's in it. Through here we had grass in the field. So grass is A-OK, it's fine with me, but I want to make sure that we hit the entire field in what we're putting in it. Here being green beans. Well, I just realized I'm gonna have to get like green bean harvesters and stuff too. Well, that's gonna suck. We have knocked this just complete out. That was way too easy, way too fast, etc., etc. There you go. Yeah, man. All right. We need to get this folded up because we have more to do. I said we need to do spinach as well, so let's find our spinach. There it is. And we will have our green beans, our peas, and our spinach. I have decided that the other fields will be some type of grain crop, at least for now. I do want to do like a double crop kind of thing, so we run a certain crop in the spring, or plant it in the spring, maybe harvest in the summer, and then plant something else then, and harvest in the fall. It's mainly for doing the thing, having fun, a little bit, I don't know what I did to my recording, but it looks terrible. Well, I don't know what that was, but apparently run as administrator works fine, so we'll do that. I'm trying some new drivers out, some drivers that are a little bit better optimized for recording. I've gone for studio drivers instead of game-ready drivers for the recording PC. I don't know if it's better or not, but NVIDIA says it is, and I guess that's what I have to deal with on that computer. I don't game on it. The only thing that's on it is like Google Chrome and OBS and Discord. So it looks like the peas field is looking pretty good, and we are knocking out the spinach like it's nobody's business. I am gonna have to go through and figure out what we're gonna put on the bigger fields. We need to put something that we can, maybe one that we can do swathing, and one maybe that we can't do swathing. I'm thinking maybe like a soybean, something like that, but I'm also not quite sure what gets planted in the spring. I don't actually know. We could do other root crops. I mean, we could do a potato or sugar beet. There's some pretty cool stuff like that. And maybe even cotton. We're not doing cotton. We're not doing cotton so much. I just hit my microphone. Yeah, I think like some type of crop in the ground. They're all crops in the ground. I'm sorry. Some type of root crop. Maybe on the smaller of the 2 fields. I still want to do on the larger one, a grain crop of some sorts, whether that be a wheat or barley, something like that. Just something to keep our grain mill going, which I do believe is still leased, if I'm not mistaken. Is it still leased? Oh my gosh. We gotta check this out. Leasing the bakery and the grain mill. Of course. Of course I am. Oh man. This is set to selling. Yeah. Distributing, storing, distributing. Yeah. Looks like there's no more oats in there, so I guess we can turn that off. Distributing, yep. Deactivate, that's how you do it. So wheat and barley, there's still plenty of that in there. Maybe we try and find some more wheat and barley. Oh yeah, and also there's another thing after the last update. If we pump around here, come down here, and check out here. This guy. So we still got stuff that's being worked on. I'm still using Yos's mod, just like we showed with 82 Studio at the beginning. Basically a mobile warehouse. Well, he's got one too that's still in the works months later. I know it's finished. I know it's submitted. It's one of those mods that's not going through. There's a lot of mods that are with Giants. Giants were not accepting any like XML edits. I don't know how this could be considered an XML edit. It's a new mod, but I don't make the rules. There's probably a good reason for that. Anyway, the grain mill is now fixed. So that's good. So let's go through, let's finish up this field, and then we will, I guess, probably set this cedar right here. Need to figure out which root crop we're going to be doing. There are some pretty cool harvesters. I will give it this much. So in here, we do have a new Grimmer, which will do stuff, which is very cool. Also had vegetable harvesters now. We've got all these, which will do all of the base root crops. We also have the DeWolf Quattro, which is very cool. There's a 4-meter headers for these, which I'm very excited about. So I do want to, you know, expand the fleet a little bit. I imagine we'll likely be leasing for a lot of those crops, but, you know, still. And we are done with that one. Nice! Also, speaking of done, the peas field is almost done too, which is very cool. All right, now we need to go through and we need to find ourselves a root crop. I think let's go with sugar beets because there is a new mod which allows us to cut sugar beets. Plus I get to say sugar beet, which I think is funny. All right, sugar beets, there it is. Jump in first person. It's always cool seeing stuff like that. Hey, there's the cedar. What I did. All right, AI worker number C, letter C, is done. Sweet. All right. Get this thing unfolded up, and we will be putting sugar beets in the ground. Very cool. I am going to do this because I don't know how that field's going to go. Although, this guy doesn't need any help. Maybe he needs a little bit of help. There are a couple spots that were missed. Hang on. Hit that spot. Hit this spot. Did a good job. Almost. Hang on a minute. Almost did a good job with everything all the way around. So there's that. Drop down, turn it on. Especially with these trailed cedars that are a little bit longer and a little bit wider. It takes a bit to get them turned. And sometimes it's just, you know, it's not the fault of the cedar. It's sometimes the operator. Sometimes AI are actually idiots. And there it is. Cool. All right, that's everything we needed there. Now let's figure out what our next crop is going to be. I think a good barley is going to be fine. A big field of barley. And the next, next pass around we can do wheat or we can do soybeans, something like that. But I think barley's good. We could swath that. We can harvest it, bale it, all that good stuff. I think that's going to be the way to go. And as a matter of fact, let's go and fill up with some seed because it might run out. Seeds, please. Thank you. Oof, $500 for just a few. It's expensive. Okay, so with update 1501, I have no idea how the worker is going to do this field. It did the other one just fine, no issues whatsoever. So I'm going to pretend that it will do this one the same. I have my doubts. But let's hope, right? I'm going to put it down here because I think down here is about where it would want to be. And I'm just going to hit hire worker. It should be doing 2 headlands and going back and forth first. This is pretty far over to be starting. And I don't trust it at all. I'm not sure why it would want to start here. It's like 6 headlands. Just kidding. It's like 4. Whatever. I just don't care anymore. Let's grab this. I am going to be paying attention to the line, but I'm also going to be monitoring the sides here. Like areas like this, where it hits the trees. Thank goodness they are invisible on the ends. I don't use ridge markers. I understand that they're extremely, number 1, popular, and number 2, helpful in real life. But with GPS and stuff like that in the game, I have stuff that does this for me, so not too concerned. Insanity? Absolutely. Today's gonna be fun. What we're gonna do is we're going to take this truck, which is insanely loud. Thanks, David, you're awesome. We're gonna hook it up to our auto load trailer over here, and we're gonna take it for a little ride. Let's get this thing unhooked. We have changed the way I do productions because I'm gonna be doing a lot less, where is it? There it is. I'm gonna be doing a lot less work with contracts, things like that, focusing more on things around my farm. Well, that's great, but I've kind of run out of stuff to do during the growing season. So because of that, I've now changed all my productions over, with the exception of the silage productions. Those are still on a selling setup. So grain, flour, all that good stuff, I get to make deliveries now. So DJ's gonna be a little delivery boy in the mornings. Let's go! I'm also curious how much poo our cows have made overnight. They are getting close as well. Let's see, 43,000 liters of poo. How much milk? 39,000 liters of milk. That's cool. Let's see, how much is in here? 94, so we will have to move over a little bit of milk. And how much slurry have they made? 65,000 liters of slurry in one day. Wow, yo, check that out. That looks epic. Yeah, that's awesome. All right, let's head over first and let's make a pickup at our flour. You know, I know this is slower than probably what it could be, but it's absolutely epic. I don't care. It sounds great, and it doesn't feel like it takes me forever to get from point A to point B anymore. I love it. Also, yes, there's no traffic. It's all been turned off for quite a few episodes now. Hated the traffic so much, you have no idea. All right, so there is the flour that we've got. Let's pull in here and then back up and get it on. Man, usually my best backwards driver and farm sim skills are just epic, but not today. I am just tearing up these pallets. I'm so sorry, dudes. Let's see. Let's set it all up, get it again, and good. So if you're curious, I'm using, is that pallet? There we go. I'm using the universal auto load, which helps me with all that. Very cool, very cool. All right, let's take this to bakery. And actually, it is not the bakery that you think I'm going to. I had actually forgotten that I put a new bakery on the map. And so that's the one we're going to be going to. Check out the interior of this truck, man. This is so sweet. If you missed the last one, go check that out. I customized this. This is 82 Studios Telix Phoenix for Farming Simulator 25. And it's so cool. It is just so cool. I love it so much. Let's head in here. Yee, buddy. We also need to take a look at a few other things like, vegetable harvesters. I haven't done much with them, so we need to take a look at them and see what we can buy, what we need, what we don't need, that kind of thing. I want to make sure that we're good to go there, because now we have multiple different types of crops that we really need to do something with. All right, so I didn't really think about this too much. Let's see. I think I can do this. Yeah, we'll be all right. Hopefully it'll take all of that. No, stop the strip, crap. Crap. Okay, I believe this is like oat flour. Where's just flour in general? I didn't want it to do that. It may have to be set to distributing, I think. Selling oat flours, distributing. The thing is, it uses flour for bread. So I hope that it hangs on to it. That's so dumb. It's a little funny, though. Let's be honest, it's a little funny. I need to put this way out of the way. We'll come and get that later. Yee. And I guess we need to get all of these. There's also a trick to getting the pallets, especially with the universal auto load. Now, I haven't updated it, and I've had it for, I don't know, a month now, something like that, maybe a little bit more. I should probably update it. I'm guessing it's been updated. But I did find a sneaky little way to do it. Check this out. So whenever it starts to drop a new pallet, that's when you select auto load. So as soon as we see a pallet drop, we slam the button. But it does take a minute. We just hang out, wait, admire the... Oh wait, it's probably not going to do that now, is it? because I've told it not to. Yeah, so it's storing it. Is it? Hopefully it's using that to make bread. Never mind, all of that was for nothing. All right, let's drop these in there. There you go. They didn't come out the other side. Even better. All right, let's pick up our bread right here. We're gonna go to our other bakery and do the exact same thing. Pick up the bread there and driving all over the spinach. You know, good thing is I'm finally learning my way around the map a little bit. I'm learning which roads go where. This area right here in the old part of the town is still a little bit different and weird for me, but I'm getting it. I'm getting it, and that's a good thing. All right, let's do the same thing here. Let's back in. So it's not that I want to get rid of this bakery. However, this bakery runs slow, and the other one that we've got runs not slow. So we got some bread here. Let's find out where we're going to sell it. Looks like Main Farm Sales is going to be one of the best places. Small Farmer Kiosk, BI Restaurant. Yeah, it looks like Main Farm Sales. Let's go. Now, do keep in mind that this is going to be a bit of an everyday kind of thing. There we go. 36,000. Nice. And we move along. So, there's that. I guess we get prepped for the next day in game. I don't think there's really much else to do. If we jump up to the other farm, which is here, this is the big grass farm. We should take a look, and yeah, it's growing, but there's nothing to do here. Now, tomorrow in game, there will be, because we can come up here and mow again. Now, not so much. And again, all of that just goes to feeding this guy right here, feeding the silage maker. Let's take a look at these because I haven't looked at them. Grass is good. Again, silage is in here, but silage is set to storing. Same thing down here as well. Let's see. Silage storing. What is this? Oh, from straw. That's right. I forgot. I also you could do that. Forgot about that. Okay, so for now, that thing sounds so cool. For now, I guess that's everything in April. Oh, let's check a used real quick. Okay, we got a couple goodies here. We do have a 9RX, which, I mean, now we've got a bunch of stuff. Now might be a good time to get that. We've also in here got this, the Walkabout. However, it's not what I thought it was, so maybe just ignore that fact. One of the other things, though, is this. So this is the DjGoHam. I was talking about this. These will take your sugar beets, rather, and cut them. So this is definitely something that I want, because cut sugar beets will do better at the BGA than really anything, let's say anything else. This is the way you do sugar beets. So we're going to need something like this. 37,000 ain't too bad, especially since it is how much off? 45%? It's not too bad. We also don't need to use this for transporting. So I say we get it. All right, well, I spent $408,000. I had it delivered to the farm, so I had delivery costs, but check this out. We now have a 9RX on the farm. Big tractor energy. Yeah, and we've got the DjGoHam, which I went with a super nice old Onyx black setup with it. Yeah, well, that's pretty sweet. So now we got something to chop up sugar beets. It's not actually an auger wagon. All it does is you put sugar beets in and cut sugar beets come out. But that's kind of, I guess, the whole point. I've mentioned that I thought a 9RX on this farm might be a little bit big, and I am standing by that 100%. But it's awesome. I didn't go with the big engine, so it's the same what the normal engine was at 500 and some horsepower. Yeah, so that's fine. Nothing too wild and crazy. But we need to put it in here, and I think we need to, yeah, we're going to need to repair it. I think the front loader for the 6R is going to get in the way. We should probably move that. Yeah, there we go. How about we put it over here? There you go. Whenever the 6R comes back over here, it'll be ready for it. Where is my 9RX? There it is. All right, we need to repaint for $13,000 and repair for $3,000. And now it's just as good as new. Might have about 10 hours on it, but good as new. To be fair, 10 hours is nothing. All right, so there's a few things that I want to do more on this farm. There's a few things I want to swap out. For example, the case right here. Love the case. Case is great. Perfect. It is awesome. It's also a little bit weird when everything else is John Deere. So I'm going to be moving this over to the cattle farm, and I'm going to be bringing back the 6R. Now you might say, but DJ, you've been using the 6R because it's really good at moving around smaller equipment. I know. That's why I'm also going to bring the Challenger over here. The case is cool. Honestly, I may end up just selling the case now because we've now got 2 really big John Deere tractors. So I don't think there's much of a reason. Oh, that's not going to fit. So there's really not much of a reason to hang on to that anymore. Let's grab this poor thing. I will agree it has kind of turned into a bit of a John Deere farm, hasn't it? We'll go back and take a look and see if there's any more smaller John Deeres. I could definitely use another 6R. Love this tractor to death. I could definitely use another one of these. But I also love the Challenger as well. Oh yeah, I forgot its parking spot's taken. Can I scoot past over here? Nope. Also, I love how the dirt on this is kind of turned into mud. I think that looks awesome. And we got a little swap-a-rooski with the tractors. This is the same Challenger tractor that we start with in New Farmer mode. However, I have not put all 95 of those hours on it. I've probably put a few, but it wasn't 95. I don't even think I have 95 hours on this Let's Play series yet. Oh, no, I do actually. 96.2 or 96 hours and 26 minutes. Oh, all right. Well, maybe we have put some of those times on it. Not likely, but yeah, maybe. Will this fit in here? I hope it does. Hey, it's very nice to be able to fit that in there. All right, we'll park that up. We'll grab this, move it, I guess. And there are a few John Deere tractors, but it is nothing really that I'm interested in. So we will leave our fleet as is. And really, barring any kind of idiotic thing I've accidentally done, it might be time to move along. Growth is good. Everything's completely fertilized. These need rolling, but we can ignore that. It's a little late for that anyway, so we won't have to worry about it. How's about we maybe move this truck indoors, and we'll go from there. Excuse me, little beep beep. Perfect. Okay. Let's go another day in game. Well, everything's a lot more green than I was expecting it to be today, but I guess it is what it is. Let's go around and do a little bit of checking on things. So it looks like our spinach is growing, and it might be about a month away from ready to harvest. As far as bread goes, everything that's on the outside is good. However, it did use all of the flour that I gave it, so there is that. Can we double check? Where's the trigger around here for this thing? Oh, that's right, the trigger's on the inside. I always forget that this has an interior. Bam! Let's click it and find out. Yeah, it used all the flour. But I think it sent some of the flour over here. I wish that it didn't do that, because now I have to take this and go do it all again. This time around, I'm gonna try not backing in and seeing how that does. Also, I don't know how much it's gonna be. Oh, same amount as there was in the last day. All right, well, that works too. Let's bring it forward. I don't know if it's gonna get it all, but I guess we'll find out. It should. There we go. Boop, 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 boop. Bam! Cool. Very convenient house to back into their driveway across the road. And back to that little grain mill we go. Grain mill? Bakery. I almost missed the days where we had way too much flour. Almost. Not quite. But I almost miss it. Speaking of missing it, I keep forgetting to go and check on these animals. See how they're doing. Let's see. Cows, we're up to 76,000 liters of milk now. We definitely need to put some in our system here. 90,000 liters of poo. And how many liquid poos? 131. Yeah, I think Ian Malcolm might have something to say about that. I almost feel like I'm not doing everything that I could do efficiently as I could. And the reason I say that is because the last time, before I was doing any of this, like carting stuff around, I felt like I was making more money. And maybe that's just me, but I felt like I was making more money that way. I also kind of wish that this wasn't around anymore, but you know, deal with what we got to deal with. And lastly, all we got to do is pick up all the bread and go sell it. So that's all the bread from location number 1, and here's all the bread from location number 2. Now all we got to do is figure out where we're going to sell it, and that's it. Well, I don't know what I've done, but I can't. Okay, now I can click on stuff. I don't know what's going on, but I've broken my prices menu. Anyway, we're going to main store sales. Uh-oh. Come on, bring DJ some money. 72,000, that's not a lot. Yeah, I feel like I'm losing out on money right now. I don't know what's going on. All of my productions used to do so well. And now that I'm doing this, it was the only thing to do in between everything. There's flour there, bread, yeah. Grain mill, also leasing. Oh, so there's not as much flour coming out. Well, I guess that would make sense. Dairy's still set up. Milk bottled, that's what I'm making. Yep, that's all I care about. And it's set to selling. Storing? Uh-oh. Selling, yeah. Silage is still rocking and rolling. You know what? I don't have a reason for it, but you know what? Let's just do this. Let's switch everything back over to selling again. So we're gonna go distributing with everything over to dairy. That was already set up correctly. And then this, let's see, bread, we need to set to selling. However, the oats and stuff, those are set to distributing, which doesn't really matter anyway. Okay, so that must mean that we don't need to do this, I would say anymore, but anymore today. Push to the side. One other thing is, it looks like the grass is ready to grow. Ready to grow, ready to harvest. One of the things that I would love to do is hire a worker on these, but I don't know if the worker is going to behave for me or not. We've also got multiple different setups for mowing and things like that, which is, you know, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. Let's go ahead and open everybody up, unfold. Move forward, right there. We'll turn on the front mower first. Then we'll turn on the rear mowers second. Kicking everything down the middle. So far, so good. This was also the field that I had run the merger on, which we've got way over there. But I think if I do this properly, I'll only need to use that on the first setup. Or like the first runaround. Like this one. This runaround right here. I think if I do it the right way, I'll only need to kind of push this together. Because, you know, sometimes when you got a front mower and a rear mower, sometimes they do, you know, the swath is a little bit wide. It's a little bit too much for your pickup. So I think if I do that and just run it around, you know, the headlands, and then let the rest of it go, but set the merger to the width of this, I think that should work. Although this is doing a really good job right now, so I'm not quite sure what else I would need to do to change up. Ah, back there, right there. It's still not fine. I don't know why I've worried so much about this. I will say this, since update 1.5, everything has been working a lot better when it comes to mowing and things like that. I built this farm and set all the equipment up to kind of mimic the way things used to be, and the way things used to be sucked. And now everything seems to be better. So I think one of the things we may have to do here is completely get rid of the equipment that we were using. Because a couple of these and we're good. And today's a grass day. In the last one, I showed off that all the equipment that I had purchased for this farm right here, the grass farm, was purchased because things were bouncing around and that kind of thing. Well, I had the idea that maybe today we will sell some of the equipment. To be fair, there's a lot going on up here. So maybe we will bring everything down to like 2 or 3 tractors, something like that. And though I like Valtra, there's some really cool Fendt tractors on sale right now. So I thought maybe we could buy maybe one more 900, one more Fendt 900, or maybe a Fendt 1000, something like that. And then maybe a 7000. So we'll have a little difference, you know, tractors aren't exactly the same. It seems a little redundant with the Valtras that we have. So that's the game plan. I'm going to be working on these headlands right here, trying to finish them up, and then we'll hire this guy up, and then I guess we're going to go buy some new tractors. There we are, all said and done with that. Now we need to figure out how the AI worker wants to do this. So usually I have them set to not work the headlands. Don't do it! Knock it off! We'll see what they do. I have my doubts. Also, I know that the worker, for some reason, wants to start way over here, like right here. So I'm gonna set them up for success. We'll see what happens. They may try to do the outside. I just don't know. But whatever it is they do, I guess we'll find out. Yep, they're gonna try and do the headlands. I wasted my time, didn't I? Sure did. So, just want you to see, I have it set to not work the headlands. And they're doing it anyway. So just so you know, there's some problems. Oh, cool, and now we're backing up. Why we're backing up, I'll never know. But we're backing up, and we're backing up this way. Should we just watch and wait and see what's gonna happen here? Where are you going? Just so we're clear, he did not have to back up. I mean, he's going in the forwards direction. The mowers are still on, by the way. Still going. He's aiming for this back corner, though. I wonder what it's up with that. You know, I really like the workers before 1.5. Can we just revert to that? Like, you know, delete the code and copy the code from previous updates? I feel like that would work. All right, well, he can't just keep backing up forever. This is the end of the field right here. All right. And we are doing this. Oh, yeah, that's right. There's a tiny little spot right there that I missed earlier. You did it. You got them. You got the headlands. Now what are you gonna do? Please don't cut into the field like this. Why are we going this way now? Oh, so dumb. I'm really glad he went and hit that little spot on the edge. If I would have missed that, I don't know. I could have never forgiven myself. All right. Oh, well, no, never mind. He just put the mowers down and then picked them right back up. Where are we going? Oh, hang on. Put the mowers down. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's... Woohoo! Good job, buddy! You did it! What's going on? Oh, he's gonna back up. Oh, yeah, no. Yeah, see, now this makes sense because before it was there, but now this is that much further away. Yeah, this totally makes sense. You stupid idiot. Whatever, maybe now I'll do it. All right, let's do a few things over here. Kind of like the Deutz Far, I'm not gonna lie. I may not get a Fendt 700. You know what? I dig the Deutz. Let's just leave that there. Although, a bunch of this other stuff's gonna have to be gotten rid of. That voucher there, the voucher here, the mowers inside, all those are gonna have to go. So let's go ahead and sell those. So sell-a-poo, there we go. Then we need to sell-a-poo that as well. And that. Quick check-in on idiot number 1 over here. Seems to be doing all right. I don't know what he was up to, but I'm just going to hire it on the worker from now on. I'm not even going to worry about doing it. So I think that the Fendt 900 is about the perfect size tractor to be running the mower setup up here. However, as I've said, we are keeping the Deutz. I've got the Fendt 900. Maybe, just maybe, we should buy something else. Or, well, I guess we could go get the case and bring it up here. And we could just buy like a John Deere 7R for the bottom field, or the bottom farm. It'd be cheaper. It's a little bit of a longer tractor compared to the Fendt. However, I think it'll still work fine for what we want to do here. So let's get that. We've got it. We now need to get ourselves a couple mowers. Got it down, ready to go. Let's find our AI worker, 2 headlands, sure. And we'll hit it from here. He ain't gonna listen to me. So I decided to do nothing. And I figured the worker would be super happy with me doing that for him. There you go. Go there. Oh yeah, mow the outside of the field. Oh, that's right. I forgot the workers don't mow the outside of the field. They just mow exactly what's inside the field and nothing more. Perfection. All right, let's get out of here. Because we've got all of this, it's probably a good idea to go and pick up all of the grass now. We got a 9.4 meter working width, so we need to make sure that we hit that. Bring this down to 9.4 with 2 headlands. There we go. And it's lined up basically perfectly. Yeah. In the past, I've been doing this part well after the field has been mowed. However, I've noticed that that is taking a little bit of time. So, why don't we just do it now? We don't have to wait. The workers will get the job done. They're just absolute idiots about the way that they're doing it, and we have no control as players. So, yeah. guess we'll just deal with whatever happens. So quick check-in. We've got 100,000 liters now, which is great. The case is doing okay, although it looks like it takes forever to turn around. And the Fent is now almost done with, well, this side of the field that it decided it needed to do for some reason. And I'm doing a-okay. I'm doing my best to ignore all of it. We're doing fine. We're doing fine. Nervous laughter. Nervous shaking. Everything's nervous. But I'm okay. Oh, there goes the Fent. Presumably up to the top of the field so it can start again. So it looks like it missed a little bit. Check out where the time and money and stuff is. Right at the top of the field now. Wonder what happened there. Bit of another pickup. So we're at now 200,000 liters. We've got our Fent doing what it said it was gonna do, I guess. And our Case IH is somewhere around doing exactly what I was expecting and hoping they would do. So it's all coming together. Just weirdly, but it is. And we are full! The first run is here! And I'm starting to think, I don't think I'm gonna have enough room up here. Yes, we may be in May. However, I think we're gonna run out of space fairly quickly. We may have to put another one of these down, which I'm fine with because it's here to make us money. However, it's a little bit pricey. Yeah, I say pricey. It's not pricey. I don't know why I even said that word. Let's pop around. Let's take a look and see what's going on. Grass farm, hay dryer. All right, not bad at all. But we've only got enough room for what? One more load, and that's it. If I remember correctly, we get like 4 or 5 loads off of all of these grass fields. So it's gonna be way too much. Way too much. We may end up having to put a silo up here, but if I remember correctly, if you put a silo down, it breaks everything and adds like 1,000,000 liters. I don't want to do that, although that would make making money easy. No. Nope, we're not doing it. We're not doing it. No cheaty cheats, not like that. So we have now got another setup of it. I want to show you guys exactly what we've gotten done so far. Both fields are just about finished up. Only one of the workers is going to be set on the other field because, well, frankly, I don't trust 2 of them on there. You can imagine why. Let's dump this out. 260,000 liters. I don't think it's going to be able to hold it. No, it definitely can't hold that much. So there's one thing. Omatana has hers right here as well, but I don't remember how much this holds. I'm looking at it on the website. It says it produces up to 240,000 liters per day, but I don't know how much it holds. I guess the only thing to do really is going to be to put one down and go from there and see what we get. So let's do that. Let's put one down. I ended up getting white ones. I don't know why. I just thought that the white wood on here looked the best, so I went with it. But I don't actually know. I still don't know how much this holds. Let's take a look at it. All right. Okay, this is more. 2 million liters. Yeah, that's gonna be a-okay, homie. Yes. So let's take not chaff silage. We want grass silage. Yep. Grass in, silage out. Enable water. No, don't enable watering. Enable change mode to selling. There we go. And we're going to activate that. Grass silage is activated. All right, now let's just go back out and keep picking stuff up. There's nothing else really we could do. Matter of fact, I think we're going to have to babysit here in just a second because one of them is about done. Where is my case? There it is. Almost done with this field. Knocked it out before the other one, even though the other one was bigger and we started first. Yeah, that makes sense, actually. Taking a look down at the corners, it looks like it did okay. Still not happy with the way that looks, but I'll deal with it. The workers really don't like working outside of the field, so they will do these weird little turn things at the end, and it ends up creating a little bit of an extra bit at the end. It's fine. It is what it is. I don't care. Just, find it interesting is all. Let's set them up. Hopefully they'll do this field. Will you do this one in front of you? Put it down, 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 put it down. Yeah, all right, sweet. I'm going to put the Fent out of its misery. Poor thing is just, it's going back and forth, and I'm appreciative of it, but it's going to cost us some more money than it's worth. I'm just going to knock this out real fast. See, the workers, they have to go down and fiddle around at the very end and turn around the right way. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. There you go. We are all done with it, at least with this. Let's raise up, turn everything off. It is weird, the front mower, you have to raise and unfold. If you lower it, it won't do anything. Like, I could lower it here, but if I turn it on, yeah, it won't do anything. You have to unfold it as well. Rear mower, you can just click fold, and it'll do it. Or click lower, it'll unfold, and all that good stuff. It's just me. I'm nitpicking. I just wish it was the way that I wanted it to be. All right. Let's bring this around. Let's put them in a barn. And I guess this... Oh, thank goodness that it fits. And I guess this setup's going to be done for now. We'll leave that be. And now we get back to picking up all the grass. So at the end of all of this, we've gotten not one, not two, but almost 3 different sets. So what was that? 520 plus 195. Whatever that is, that's what we got. Yeah. Now we're moving over to the square field right here, field number 38. We've still got our worker on 36, 37. However, we're just going to let them do it. Well, not that it takes forever to get anything done, but we're almost finished up with this field. We've also got field 36, 37 almost done as well. I think they've got one more pass, and that's going to be all done. So we got a little bit more work to do when it comes to picking up all the grass, but after that, I think we'll be good to go. Speaking of good to go, real quick, I want to take a look here. The fermenting silo. Oh, I was about to say, look how much we've got, but we don't have grass. There we go. Goodness gracious. That's a lot. 500,000 already. Yeesh. All right, drop it down, turn it on, do the thing. Let's go. And I've been trying to straddle the ends like that we can get everything. And a little bit of a 3, 2, 1, wha-bam! And it is all done. Sweet! All right, so now that all the grass is picked up, we need to double check, make sure everything's set good, ready to go over there. And also check some of our other fields as well. I don't know if anything else is ready to harvest yet. No, it's not ready to harvest yet. Glad I checked though. Now that we've got that, we can double check. Grass 1 million liters in here, and there's another 1 million liters up there. So that is more than 2 million liters of grass picked up and ready to go. Oi. So that is right here, grass silage. We're making the silage, and then it is selling said silage. It's actually, well, it's not sold any right now, and then we're doing fine here. We jump down to the hay ventilation down at the main farm on the side, and that seems to be doing okay too, and it is set to selling as well. There is one more job to do, and that is going to be to fertilize said field. So I need to do that real quick. And then we'll be all set to, I guess, fast forward another day. Almost done, ready to rock and roll right here at the very end of it. Perfect. Now, we finally get to move forward. I do really enjoy having this area up here, especially because we've got a little farm here at the edge. We can make grass, turn to silage. Basically, it's a money-making machine. A little bit of work goes a long way. But it is getting tiring doing the exact same thing over and over again. It feels like every 2 or 3 episodes, we're doing it again. So we'll have to figure it out. Into June now, and we are ready for harvest, which is great news. However, we don't have any equipment. I don't have a harvester for the peas, for the green beans, for the spinach, for nothing. I do have a harvester that we can throw on the barley, but I mean, that's the barley. Of course I do. I've got a combine and a swather. So in around towards the next time, we're going to have to figure out how in the world we're going to get all that stuff. I am a little bit curious. I went in here looking. I was like, please be something on sale. There was nothing on sale. So, like spinach harvester, for example. We need this. We have to have this. But it's $32,000 to lease it. I've made the wrong decisions. This isn't spinach, by the way. Green bean harvester's $25,000. The peas harvester is, how much is that? $29,000 to lease it. And not to mention, we have sugar beets as well that need to be got out of the ground. Although we do have this. So I'll probably end up going with this. I would say it's fairly expensive, but it is what it is. How much is that going to cost to lease? $25,000. So we were looking at well over $100,000 to get all of those. And in the process, how are we going to do? Let's see. Well, let's find out real quick. For the green beans here at the bottom right-hand corner, 30,000 liters of green beans. We're getting about $1.8 thousand per 1,000 liters. Well, that's, what is that? $60,000 total? That means that like half of the money spent on this field is going to be on the harvester. I think what we should have done was planted the same thing at every field and gotten one harvester. That's not what I did. So here's what we've got. All the fields that we had are ready for harvest. But here's the thing. I totally forgot what we put in these fields, and it is vegetables. We do have barley in the big field. However, we've got spinach, we've got green beans, we've got the other one, peas. That's it. And even sugar beets. This is going to be quite difficult to do all of those. And in addition to everything, grass is ready for harvest. I've done so many videos harvesting grass, it's not even funny, and I don't want to do that today. So we're going to do some of the harvesting around here. We're going to be using two of the largest machines that farming simulators ever seen. The first one is the Nexat. We're going to be using this, even though I don't enjoy driving it. We're going to use this for the harvest on our barley field. Of course, we can't use it for anything else that we've got. So that's where it goes. We're going to get this. We're leasing it. We're not going to be buying it. It's super duper expensive. So we're probably going to spend well over $100,000 today on leasing costs for things, but it is what it is. Oh no, I put that in the wrong spot, didn't I? One of the big problems about using this, the Nexat, is whenever you get stuff, you got to get it in the wrong order. Usually you're like, oh, I need a combine, so I'll get a combine harvester. Oh, I need a header, so I'll get a header for it. Don't do that. It doesn't work like that. It's not going to ever work like that. What you've got to do is, well, lift this. Nope. Please, can I just have my super strength? There we go. What we got to do is buy everything in reverse. Reverse. Whoop, whoop. You guys remember dancing to that in middle school? All right. So I need to do the header first for this. So we'll need to get this. Unfortunately, I have to use this specific header. Nothing else will work other than, well, I guess the corn header for it. So there's that. We own that. And then we need to get the harvesting module for this as well. I will say the good thing is it's going to be out in the field for a while. So at least there's that. All right. So we've got our harvester, we've got our harvesting module, and we've got the Nexat itself. Now we got to hook all of this up. And it's not quite as simple as you might expect. See, when you're in transport mode where it's driving long ways, you can't hook up to anything. So, but it comes like that from the store. So whenever we get it, we have to put it into working mode. Get up close here. We get our little markers, which is nice, very helpful. Hook up, pull forward, grab our header. Got that. Then put the entire thing into transport mode. So it's going to bring the header up, moves the wheels, and then it should kind of drop down the header a little bit. I don't know, we'll see. That's what it did with the corn header. Hey, there you go. That hangs off the side. That is silly looking, but it is what it is. And I'm gonna bring you along. So I've got an Xbox controller. I'm playing on PC, and I am really trying to drive good. I've got all of my steering turned all the way up to the max because whatever they did after 1.5 or 1.4, whatever the steering debacle was terrible. So I'm trying my best to learn how to drive this thing, and it moves the whole thing forwards and backwards. Let's say we're just stopped here, right? It moves the entire thing left and right when you're trying to drive, making it a little bit difficult. It is what it is, but it's a little bit difficult. Also in the store, it says it goes 15 miles an hour, though it goes 16 miles an hour. However, our mile per hour gauge says 17, which is it. And you will be hitting every single sign everywhere. It's just a fact. Hey DJ, what are you gonna use to harvest the veggies with? The Colossus pack. But we're doing that later. One more turn here. Let's see if I can avoid hitting the sign. Nope. All right, so now we got to figure out if I can get in here away from the trees. Yeah, we got in. That's all right. And now we need to get down here to the bottom. Speaking of bottom, I've bottomed out. Well, great. Hey, now we can at least see which wheels turn. So it is all-wheel drive. Surprise. All right, come on, buddy. You can do this. There you go. Good boy. Never mind. Bottomed out again. It is an insane vehicle, and it's so cool. But it's a little bit much for Farming Simulator, I think. Nonetheless, let's get it lined up. And unfortunately, I'm going to have to go the wrong way on this field. So instead of going clockwise like we normally do... Did I bottom out again? Ugh! Just make sure you're not driving on hills. This would be a lot of fun on Erlengrad. Not. We need to get this thing situated. I'm going to bottom out again, aren't I? Yep. Sure did. Welcome to Bottom Out Simulator, where we squirm like a bug trying to get unstuck from every possibly conceivable situation. It is what it is. What are you going to do? All right, let's get this bad boy unfolded, and we're going to jump into the field. So this is unlike any harvesting experience I have ever had in Farming Simulator. We're going to bottom out again, aren't we? It should go up a little bit, but I can clearly see wheels that are not on the ground. All right. I think we're A-okay. Couple things we need to do. Let's go in here. Let's double check. Enable straw swath. There we go. We're good with that. We also have our fast farming mod back, which is good. We'll probably use that. And I want to see how this is going to do with steering assist. This specific machine wants 3 rows to turn around, but you can also see working with here. This is 14 meters. This is different and interesting because our header is 15.2. So this leads me to believe that, number one, this doesn't know how wide it is, which is a problem. But there could also be another one where I just simply need to change this. Also, the corn header thinks it's 15.3. So, what are you going to do? I'm going to try this on 15.2, but for some reason, the 14 meter one seemed like it was the way to go. Can't tell you. So let's jump in and let's get it started. There we go. Fire it up. And we are right on the bleeding edge of this field. It's getting it though. And watching the blue line, I mean, it's there. I think we're going to miss a couple spots, but that's okay. So with our next app, we can see we're getting 2 swath drops instead of just 1. So whenever you come through for baling, definitely a recommendation to utilize a swather whenever you're doing that. I think that's going to be the way to go. Also, it seems like we're bottoming out here just a little bit. Okay, speeding back up now. This is good, this is good, this is good. We're filling up a lot faster than I thought we would as well. I did all of my testing. Oh yeah, I'm not doing any steering, by the way. I did all of my testing with this on a flat field, a flat square field. And yeah, here we go. Oh, so not the next up. Farm Sim's still having problems with swath dropping near water. I don't know why. And they also removed the ability to drop a big swath. So not that I'm sitting here complaining today, but used to you would get the straw that it wouldn't. Oh, of course we get run into this building here. Hey, can I delete that building? This building sucks. Yeah, hey. Why did I never think of that? That saves me so much heartache. You have no idea. That's also the reason why I'm going this way, because we got a bunch of trees on the other side of the field that are just gonna be up in the way. Whew. Next, that is not a mod that I would use in an area that's not wide. All right, so I think we've shown it likes to go 7 miles an hour, which is nice. Let's utilize our fast speed mod, the real speed limit. So we've left alt zeroed out. Oh, look at that. Yeah, again, swath is missing. I'm not going to go insanely fast because there's no reason to do that. But, I mean, this is pretty fun, right? All right, so this is going to be interesting. Let's turn on some lights so we can kind of see what we're doing. And I'm curious if I can do this. It's going real slow because it is all the way up against the top. There we go. We've got it hired up. I definitely recommend anytime you're using the Nexat to utilize the steering mode if you can. Because if you don't, good luck. Hey, it went over all that with no problems. Wasn't expecting that. All right, make our turn here. Please turn yellow. There we go. And we're good again. All right. Hopefully we can get by all of this brush. The header goes all the way out to the edge of the machine. So the only thing that could get stuck is this little piece that comes out, hit my microphone, the piece that comes down, that's the only thing that's going to cause us any troubles. But I think we're doing all right. Yeah, we're doing okay. We also hit 20,000 liters on this as well. Goodness gracious. It holds 30,000, so you'll be able to hold a lot more still. So we may actually be able to finish one headland before unloading it. And I can't mod it because it's a DLC. I'll get over it. We have made it back home. One headland in the books. There it is. Yeah! Oh yeah, it's still on rear wheel steering for some reason. All wheel steering's the way to go. Always, always, always. So let's kick out at the pipe and see what kind of trouble we can get into with this guy. I'm also going to try and line this up if I can. It's not lining up the way that I want it to. This one's another one because, again, depending on your steering mode, it just scoots left and right. It doesn't line up for you. It's one of the most, if not the most difficult thing to drive in Farm Sim. So with that, let's find ourselves a trailer. And I know that this truck is loud. Here we go. Here's one that I have modified. It holds a lot more than it should. Also didn't know I had crop destruction turned on, so we went a little bit into the spinach field. Sorry. I will say this, unloading the next set's pretty easy and pretty simple. Boom, there we go. It'll unload 30,000. It unloads about as fast as a normal combine, so it's still not gonna be insane, but it does work. And there we go. We've got that all, well, I say all filled up. We got 29,000 liters in there. We'll pull it to the side. Should be good enough. And we'll jump back in our Colossus and get Colossus. I'm so sorry, Chris and Riley. The Nexat. I didn't mean to do that. Do you guys like that? And now we're back to it again. So this should be pretty fun. I guess we can go in first person and kind of see how it looks. Big problem is you got this monitor in the way, so you can't see the whole thing. I don't know if it's like that in real life, but I can't lean. Well, technically I can lean, but it's a PC mod, so console players can't do that. Theoretically, the only thing you should have to line up with is this line right here, but such a break in immersion. Oh, and just if you're curious, just on this turn right here, I gotta show you this. I ended up deleting some crop because it turned and cut right into the field. Also missed some as well. How about that? So because of this, I'm gonna have to turn off crop destruction just to be able to utilize this machine without tearing my field up. Not the way I wanted to spend my day. I really wanted to like this DLC, but man, in Farming Simulator, it's rough. So after another pass, we've got less in here, but you would expect that. And again, remember, it wants 3 headlands. So we give it what it wants. Alrighty, not bad. So far, after 2 passes, we're up to 55,750 liters. Nice! So let's go ahead and knock it out. Let's finish up one more headland, and then after that, it's time to hire the worker by themselves, which I think they'll do just fine. We're setting the field up great. The worker's gonna have a good time. Well, I made it all the way down here to the end, and I've had to reset this thing. Not in a bad way, it just kind of is what it is. One of the things that I've found, and it may help you guys, if you need to turn off the combine. Go in a straight line as much as you can. As you can see, I've gone, vaguely straight lines for the most part. But if you can, go in straight lines. And just like that, we are done with, well, our part of this job. We still need to hire the worker on it and let them do what they're gonna do. And I need to dump this in here. But I'm gonna hit a bunch of stuff in the process because, well, that's how this works. As a matter of fact, can I just turn right? I can. Not close enough, just simply turn, and it works. That's great. All right, now let's see if we can get this in the middle unit. Hey, there you go. It's a little bit difficult to do. I would definitely recommend taking the cart and moving it rather than the next hat. So now we let the worker do their job, and I'm gonna set this one right here. There we go. We've tried to use the exact same setups here, working with, we do need to change that up to 15.2, and don't run the headlands. Hopefully this works. Our worker? I lined you up perfect, you stupid! You put yourself back where you were! Oh yeah, move a little bit that way. I should probably just leave this be. Go do your job. I was sitting here looking around for a windrow, and I think we found one. Is this just the regular Samaz, or is this the windrow version that J-Turk sent me? Because if it is, we're going to have a lot of fun with that. It is the regular base game one. I've used it for 0.2 hours, and I've had it for 21 months in the game. Oi, perfect time for the 6R. As a matter of fact, there's a bigger 6R now, so maybe we can upgrade to that later on. That'd be pretty cool, or maybe have one of both. Oh, yeah, that's the idea. So I don't remember exactly what the working width of this is. However, I know it's not insane, but we still should be able to hit both of these swaths without any trouble. Let's see. Oh, yeah, we'll be able to hit them no problemo, except for some of these spots at the ends. I'll have to figure that out. So what I want to do is I want to take this, at least hopefully this will help you guys as well. Sure, it says this, yada, 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 but we harvested at 15.2 meters. So we need to run that 3 headlands, so that should line us up perfectly with everything that we've got here. This will kind of push it all in, so we only need to come through. There we go. And do this. Hey, oh no! It's settled on the wrong swath, you stupid game. Let's try it again. I mean, this swath is big enough, but only barely. We're not using this. We're going to change. I do have a swath baler. We could theoretically use that, although I wasn't planning on making bales out of the straw. I was going to take it and give it to our cattle or turn it into silage or something. So we need to get a swather down here. Let's use the store deliveries mod, which is great. Let's see if there's anything in our used category that we could buy, or else we're just going to have to send the other one back down here, I guess. I don't see nothing. Oh, I do see something. Here we go. Oh, yeah. 9.2 meters there. Do we have any mods, maybe? You know, we could probably buy something and be fine. Or just lease. I think the K-brand right here, this could work. There's a couple other things too. I think it might be a little bit too much. So 8.4 is where we're at here. This one's 9.5, so it's an extra meter on both sides. It does ask the question, should I just go for something a little bit bigger? Hee I went with the big one. I went with the K-branded one. I really wanted to get the Kloss, but we'll save that for maybe something else. Also, it looks like the next set's got one more pass to go, and then he's all done. Should we go down and see him? Uh-oh. Tanker nearly full. If it's one pass, no, that's 2 passes. Where's the semi-truck? All right, let's do this. This is going to be my first time trying to car. What is he doing? Looks like me trying to learn how to turn around a car when I was 15 years old. That's not going to work out. All right, let's see if we can get this thing out. All right, there he goes in a straight line. We'll speed it up just a hair, and there we go. All right, carton on the move with Nexad. It is easy, yeah. Hopefully we get that thing out. It holds a lot, and oh no, I guess we could cart a little bit going the other way. Yeah, that'll work. I'm starting to think that maybe Colossus is gonna have to wait to the next video. Who, me? Oh, I'm just down here doing a dance with a massive machine. No biggie. All right, let's see how we do here. He's getting lined up. Gonna put it down, and there it goes. Let's see if I can speed up to this thing a little bit and catch up. Yeah, buddy. There you go. So, Nexad harvesting. Fun? Yes, very. I'm sure on a humongo, massive square field, you would have no issues at all. And it would be perfectly fine. It would handle the way you would want. You just go back and forth, up and down, all day long. However, I think in the real world, the fields that most people are using in Farming Simulator nowadays, you're not going to get the, what you would expect. Oh, come on! Stop it! Did it turn itself off? I'm still unloading here, man. Call me crazy, but I don't remember combine harvesters doing that before. Have they always turned off after they finished? Even if... Oh, it's empty. Oh, well, that's on me then, ain't it? Alrighty then. Well, I guess we're done with this. Ooh, that stops on a dime, doesn't it? I guess we're done with the next set. Maybe we should hang on to it and use it for seeding this field next as well. We might do that. I'll return the harvesting module, but I'll hang on because I don't have anything else to use it for. But I'll hang on to the carrier vehicle itself, just in case. So now we get to pick up all of this straw. Now, one of the nice things, and actually one of the reasons why I picked the K-Brand windrow right here, is because the Nexat here has got a 15.2 meter working width. This has got like a 15 point something working width. So it's a little bit wider, but as you can see, it's not going to pick up. But what it'll do is it'll pick up all the extra bits that I might miss. Might. That will make things easier for us. So I'm going to get this lined up again. We want to set this at 15.2 at 3 headlands. Just like so. That should prevent us from missing anything. Should. So off to it then. We've got it dropped down, turned on, ready to rock and roll. Hopefully we don't have too much on the outside of the field. We're going 9 miles an hour. I think we could probably go about 14 with this. Let's go ahead and speed it up a little bit. A little fast farming action going on. So this is exactly what I wanted. This is good. This is perfect. You can see the outer, what are those things called? It's not a windrow, but the outer circles are picking up a little bit. Most of the work is being done by the ones in the very back, but we're still getting some stuff done. Whenever we start doing some overlaps in the middle, that's where this is definitely going to shine. Super excited about that. Ooh, big spot right here. Yeah, some of those spots where it just kind of stopped. This is great. Yo, just get yourself like this. A windrow like this, the Nexat, and you're good. You got everything you need. Oh, interesting. Some of those areas where I windrowed stuff together, it just didn't put it in the middle. That's odd. All right. Here's another area where it's going to be very beneficial having all of this together because it works together. You see, we've got these big turns where the outside's going to be picking up stuff. I have to recorrect, and then everything goes back to normal, which is good. This is one that the worker's going to do on his own. Let's see how he does this. Boom, boom. Not bad. And right up to the very end, a little 3, 2, 1 action, and we are done. There you go. All right. So now we got to do everything in reverse. Get it out. There you go. So that's pass 1. We got a couple more and then some in the middle, and then we're all done. Getting down to the end of at least headlands, and this is where kind of things come into play here, because you can see it is grabbing a hold of some of these swaths that have made their way into its path. Yeah, makes it nice and easy through there. Gotta love it, man. Gotta love it. Going back and forth's gonna suck, but this is good. If I was smart, I would pick these up now, but not that smart. Maybe I could do it like this. That's gonna cause trouble. Let's try it out down here at the end, see if we can do any better. So the outsides are going to be grabbing the big spot. There we go, turn it off. Nice. Spin it around, and we shouldn't have to turn this back. No, not that one. Rabble. Hey, I will say, this has been a video full of complaining, but it's just little things. The GPS, it wants me to go this way. No, that way, this way. Don't do that. Just stay on the one. If whatever direction the tractor's pointing, that's probably the one that I want. Rabble. Oh, I'm going to have to go straight through this one to get everything in line, aren't I? Yep. Did not want to do that. Windrows are interesting. I guess it just is what it is through here, isn't it? All right, we'll turn that off. Picking this up is going to be a bit of a chore. We'll be fine, but it's going to be fun to say the least. Let's get this folded up. I guess I don't need this anymore either, so we can return this. And we need a loading wagon. However, I don't believe I've got one on this farm anywhere. So why don't we get ourselves one of these? Lizard TARDIS. They've updated this since the last time that we've used it. We'll get that. There you go. We can just reset that. And since I know I'm going to be using it with the John Deere, we can make it the John Deere colors. And it's got to go. Yeah, I mean, it costs 72 grand, but it's fun, right? We'll use this to pick up the straw. We'll take whatever we need to over to our production chain over there. And I guess maybe I have to run some of this up to the northern end of the map too. There's gonna be a lot of straw. All right, there we go. Same thing here. I've set my GPS to 15.2 meters at 3 headlands. We'll turn it on and start collecting. Yeah. And 14 seems good. Maybe we'll speed this up to 16 mile per hour. Yeah, feels right. After the first pass around, well, I say the pass around, I hit the headlands. I don't know if I'm going to be able to put the rest of it in here, so I am going to try to dump this in the silo right here. I don't know if it's going to take it. It may not have enough room, but I'm going to try. There we go. Let's see if it, well, it's taking a lot of it. All right, yeah, okay, it's, I think it was empty, goodness gracious. It's taking it all, yeah. It took every bit. Goodness. I need to double check this thing and see where's the button? Where's the cog at? That's not it. There it is. Found it. Yay. All right. So this is the hay ventilation. Straw. Oh, yeah. No, it was about empty, wasn't it? Sure was. Let's double check, make sure that things are good. That is grass and that is straw. All right. So it's done. It's also selling. So I think I totally forgot how I was doing everything. So all of the straw and all the grass, everything that's turned into silage there, it just sells overnight. So I should be able to get my money back for anything that, something? I don't know. I don't need money back. What am I talking about? I vaguely remember getting a lot more straw off of this field, but as I say that, I also remember we've been doing swathing, and that's one of the things that you can't use the Macton. Goodness gracious. Yes, the Macton is the one thing that it does. You can't use Nexat when it comes to swathing. So you can't swath the field and then pick it up with the Nexat. The headers don't work. They physically don't connect. You have to use the headers that come with the pack if you want to do anything with the pack. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. So with that said, another 113,000 liters of straw going in, and that is all going to turn into silage and be good for us. First things first, we need to get our Colossus. I mentioned in the last one, we got to get to Colossus. So we going to do that. Let's jump down here. Let's find it. What we need is stuff to do sugar beets, and then some veggies, which I don't remember the ones. Peas, green beans, and spinach, I believe we did. So first things first, we need the harvester itself. I don't think we need 2.5 million liters, but I think 500,000 would be okay. I think that's good. The engine option, we also don't need the biggest one. I think the base model's probably fine. And I would like to go with a twin wheel setup though, so that'd be pretty sweet. Now we do have a camo setup. This also has toothpaste. I will tell you, it's got toothpaste, but I gotta be honest, the camo looks so cool. So I kind of want to just go with the camo. Let's go up to the top. Let's find ourselves that. We could go toothpaste tractor with that if we wanted to as well, but I'm not going to do that. We don't have to worry about any of the colors because everything is set up on its own. So there ain't nothing we could do as far as colors go. When we went with camo, this is what we get. So we're going to lease one of these for $18,000. Now we need to figure out what we're going to do first. The field right below the main farm is spinach. So why don't we just start with that? So we need to find the vegetable harvester. Right here it is, the vegetable header. Now there's two of these. We have a regular one and we've got an unrealistic. I'm going to go unrealistic and we're going to go with a 10 meter working width on here. We could go all the way up to 50 if we wanted to. But 4 is too little, I think, especially for getting stuff done in a timely-ish manner. Unrealistic crop guidelines. I do want to go with these just so I can see what in the world's going on. Let's go with red because that's going to show no matter what crop is on the ground. Camouflage on that too. Oh, I love it. Yeah. Also, if you forget which one's which, you can see at the bottom right-hand corner right below the Colossus logo, it'll tell you all this stuff. Actually, it's on the left side too. Didn't know that. So now we've got that, $1,800 there, and we're ready to go. Sweet. So let's back it up and rock and roll. Going for quite a, not realistic, but quite a tame version of this pack. You could go wild and crazy with it if you want, but you don't have to. And I kind of like that about it. Plus, it works with GPS very well. So let's go here. Steering assist. It says it wants to do 1 headland, but it's going to take 2, I think. And it has a 9.9 meter suggested. So we're going to accept the suggested. Drop it down. Turn it on. It also has a unrealistic speed. It will take off. I don't think we need to go that fast. Maybe 14, 15 miles an hour is going to be more than enough. Yeah, see? This is fine. This works for me right here. And I'm not using any speed mod. Usually at the top left-hand corner, you would see, like, you know, suggested working speed right there. I don't have that on. This is just the way the mod works. But it makes things nice and easy. Nice and easy indeed. Back to it again. This is why these crop guidelines are so important. They show you exactly where the edge of that, like, 50 meter, or in this case, 10 meter, which, looking at this field, 50 meters would have been way too much. It'd be 5 times what we've got here. I think 10, more than enough. 10, I mean, it takes time to do everything. And I'm cool with that. We're also going to figure out our sell point, because I don't know where we're going to put stuff. Come on, get in there. There you go. All right. So let's run a headland, and we'll see what we get. After one headland at 10 meters, we've got 28,000. Now, I want to do a little bit of a comparison real quick. It's not something that I generally do, but I think it may give you a better idea of what to expect. So the spinach harvester in the game is 3.5 meters. We got 3.5, 7, almost 10.5. So multiply that by 3. Well, our capacity here is 35,000 liters. We've got 28 here, so it'll take roughly 3 passes around with that harvester to do what this did in 1. Roughly. You wouldn't have to unload it, though. And it took, what, a minute? Less than that? Something like that? It really didn't take very long. So the Colossus is so nice when you want to enjoy these new crops, but it can be a bit torturous. For somebody like me, it could be a bit torturous going back and forth at 3.5 meters at 4 miles an hour or whatever it is. It just stinks. Here's one you may not expect. After 2 passes now, I mean, you probably did some math on that, 53,000 liters. We're only 10% full because this holds half a mil. Yeah. So a very quick and easy headland pass out here. Let's go ahead and hire this up. Let him line himself. There it is. And now it's a little back and forth game. Try and get this done, and then our spinach harvest will be complete. So after all the field is said and done, we're at about 115, maybe almost 116. Yeah, 116. There it is. 116,000 liters. Goodness gracious, that's what I'm talking about. Yes. Now, from here, we need to figure out where we're gonna sell the spinach. And I kind of want to do canning factory. Everything else is, well, not a sell point. I say not a sell point, not a production. So I kind of want to do canning factory. I think it'd be a lot of fun to do that. We need to check green beans, canning factory there as well. Canning factory is a production chain, right? Available. Let's go to canning factory. So we can do canned peas. What else can we do in here? A bag of spinach, nice. Jarred green beans even. And we'll figure out the sugar beets. I think I know what I'm going to do with those, though. Might be a hot minute before we take this over. I want to continue the harvest, or at least get it mostly done. So let's head over here to Omatana's silo and drop that off. Ooh, there's a main farm sell point there. We need to be careful we don't get stuck. Oh, please don't get stuck on the... Yeah, that was almost fun. This should work. Yeah, it'll work. Everything will be fine. We'll dump that in there. There is one thing. If you missed the last one, I bought a new loading wagon, which is very cool. If you don't know, this is part of the Lizard TARDIS pack. However, here's one right here, and there's one on the other farm. Why? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to repair it, and I'm going to sell it for 57 grand. There you go. I ended up having 3 of them. I don't need 3. 2, yeah, not 3. I already had one, and I didn't even know it. Ugh, it's my fault. It's all my fault. All right, so that is that. We do need to get rid of this header, so let's do that real quick. Return. Boom, 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 boom. If you're curious what mod I'm using for that, is the Mobile Workshop. Love that mod. It works really, really good, and you can do whatever you want, basically wherever you want. Next one's up here. Now, I don't remember which field this is. It is green beans. All right, so let's use our mobile shop here. Let's go to our Lizard TARDIS, and let's find ourselves a green bean. Oh, man. I could have done that with that header, same header. I'm an idiot. Another $1,800 later. We've got it. We'll go ahead and reset that as well. Perfect. And, oh, no. Don't unfold the thing. I think there's a button where... Is it the X button? Yes, the X button for fold and unfold. Well, there's an easy way around that, isn't there? Go to controls, and then just find wherever that button was. Yeah, activate, no, not activate hand tool. It's in here somewhere, but there's quite a few X button controls. We'll have to figure that out later. Nonetheless, let's go in here. Let's double check this. We'll still run 2 headlands and we'll be good. So we'll be able to get our green beans. For this one, we will go a separate way. I'm going to cut into the field a little bit here just to make things easier for us in the long run. Ooh, 70 green beans off of that little cut right there. All right, I see you. And spin around. So this is, I think, my first time doing spinach or green beans or peas, any of these new vegetable crops, which is funny because the game's been out for 5 months at this point. At least when I record the video. And this is the first time I've done it. I just haven't felt the need or the want. I enjoy doing grain crops and stuff like that. I enjoy playing Farming Simulator the way I want to play it. And I know there's a lot of you guys out there that are the same. And you should play exactly the way you want. So at the end of our first pass, it's basically a straight line down the middle. Where are we at? That's not our field. This is the field we're on. That much has already got us 3,500 liters. I think that's pretty good. We're not going to be getting any money from the crops themselves, but we will be getting money off of the canned goods that we sell, which is nice. All right, let's see how much we get at the end of the headline. First pass is over, 7,600 liters. That's pretty good. And at the end of second headline, we are at 14-2. Not bad, all right. So now we get to play a little back and forth game with it, and we'll see how much we get. So a lot less when it comes to green beans than spinach, but there might be a reason for that. See, if we jump in here and we go to a green bean harvester, it holds 15,000. Still 3 meter working with, which kind of stinks, but it holds like half as much as the spinach. So I think the reason being there's just not as much to get. Speaking of, I forgot to take the barley from the field that we harvested in the last episode, drop it off at the grain mill. Oops, drop this off as well. And we've got one. Wow, that was fast. All right, we will not get rid of the header this time. Not again. And we need to hit this one right here, farmland number 2. This one I believe is our peas. I don't think we've done those yet. I still got to learn what these new colors are. But we should see the same thing here that we see on the others. So there we go. Notch that, and we're good. Ooh, the peas are coming in. I can't tell if that's a lot or a little bit. How much does this hold? 3,800 liters. No, not 3,800 liters. 3,700 liters. Uh-oh. Well, I wasn't expecting this. At the end of the first pass, we're at 9,100 liters. Sure, we're almost 3 times wider, or at least 1.5 times wider than the base game one. So that would really be like 2.5 passes. But still, I don't know. It just seems like a lot. I don't know. Hey, we're gonna get a lot of green peas off of here. That's what we called them when I was younger, anyway. After both headlands and 1.5 pass, because we kind of knocked that out, we're at 19,000 liters. This is a good amount for peas, dude. Also, I think if I would have gone for single wheels, I could probably manage to turn around. And even if I decided to switch this from all-wheel to turn steering, that would probably be better. But yeah, nope, I didn't do that. So I think if I would have, we could probably make each one of these rows. But it didn't do it. I went with duals, and it doesn't turn as much. It just is what it is. All vehicles are like that. See, oh, try to turn it. The front wheels just don't turn enough. It is what it is. So we're skipping every other one. It's working. So all done here. That is all 3 of our vegetables to do. So this is good. We can go ahead and start working on selling these. 38,811. So right kind of smack dab between the spinach and the green beans. Not too bad. I don't know for sure, but I'm hoping that we can utilize our big semi-truck for running this. Now there is one more field to do, but we can't use this header. At least I don't think we can use this header. Yeah, so I've got the vegetable unrealistic header, but we are gonna need the sugar beet version. And I'm just gonna go with the exact same one that we've been using. The 10 meter, unrealistic, red crop guidelines, camouflage. Yeah, Love it. Look at that. Why did I turn that off? I don't know. All right, let's disable that. Let's grab this. Bam! Please. Oh, there we go. That worked. And this field's a little bit bigger. To be fair, I'm not quite sure 500,000 liter capacity in here is going to be enough. We're about to find out, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Let's see here. One thing I can do is run into the field. It should tell me. Potential harvest quantity, 113,000. All right, well, maybe it'll be fine. Steering assist, yada, 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 2 meters, looking good. Go, go, go. And how about we go backwards for this one? Yeah, we'll go backwards. So the game plan for this, because we've got our sugar beets in here, I'm thinking about going with cut sugar beets for this setup. I have not done cut sugar beets before. We've got a couple mods that enable cut sugar beets, so I think we do cut sugar beets. Yeah, we're gonna get a bunch of these. We're already at oh, it's gonna be way more than 100. What did it say? 100 and something? No, we've barely done anything on this field. We've gotten that far, and we're already at 32, 33, 34,000. Doug, we're gonna have 100,000 liters before we're done with the first headland. It's gonna be like 150,000 liters just off of like a little bit of the passes here. Oy, oy, oy. I guess there's only one way to find out though, huh? All right, we'll see after the first pass. You know, I wonder if it was giving me estimates just off of like the Farmland 15 area. I think that was it, because here we are nearing the end of the first pass around, and we are at 86, 87, 88,000. There's so many sugar beets, man. There's so many. So my estimate of 150,000 liters off of 2 headlands was off. Not by much, but it was off by a bit. We're up to 163,000 now. This is the end of our headland, so we'll now be able to go back and forth, which will be great news. There was a little bit you might be able to see right in front of us that we missed. I don't want to be missing stuff. We want everything. The good thing is, I think we will be able to get this entire field without any problems. I don't think we're going to run into issues. But just want to make sure we get everything. So now off we go, running the full passes and getting this field done. I'm going to guess maybe around, I don't want to say 400,000, but 400 feels about right. So we'll say somewhere between 350 and 400,000 liters for the whole field. Let's find out. Well, again, I had good estimations, but they were still a little off and thankfully a little bit under. We are up to 425,000 liters of sugar beets, which is wild to say the very least. But the good thing is, number 1, we're done. Number 2, we don't need this header anymore. We'll get rid of that. Get out and we'll go and sell it. I got the hiccups because I've been sitting here drinking coffee while I've been working. And we're done. Well, with this anyway, we're done. So what we need to do is we need to find our cut sugar beet mod, which I think I have. I do. I own one of these. Okay. I don't know how much that holds. 30,000 liters. But I guess we could just continuously dump things in and do that kind of thing and make our cut sugar beets that way. That would work, right? Yeah, right. This could also be a really nice time to take over the BGA, I think, maybe? Man, that's so much harvested stuff through there. So up here at the BGA, let's visit this. I think we could probably lease this. Can we lease this? Let's go ahead and lease it. Why not? We can at least, $4,100 a day. That's a lot, baby. Yeah. All right, let's take a look and see what kind of trouble we can get into with this. A manure can come up here, so that's good. We could maybe find a way to send it up here without having to do it ourselves. Silage, this is good. The thing is, it doesn't hold a lot. Like, I'm making a lot more than this can handle right now. So I need to figure that whole shtick out. But I guess in the meantime, things work, I guess. Holds 1.8 million liters of digestate. Jeez. Can I buy the land that this is on? I can't. I just own the BGA itself. Can I delete it? No, I just cancel the leasing. Oh, wait, do we have a mod where I can put stuff down? I do not. But I think this BGA is, fine. for what we need to do to start with, but it just doesn't hold enough. So while we're at it, I guess instead of selling instead of selling directly the silage here, why don't we set this to sending? So we'll change the output from selling to distributing, and then anything that can take silage will take it. So we'll change the output here, distributing, there we go. And all of that will distribute, I think, anyway, over to the BGA, because nothing else will take silage. I hope the dairy doesn't take silage. Oh, this could be a problem, though. Yeah, it's definitely going to become a problem, because you can put silage in the fermenting silo here. That's a problem. Okay, so I've changed over everything back again. We're going to have to go delete that production chain or put something else down. So I don't know how long this is going to take, but this is what we're going to have to do right here. We got to bring this up. So I own both of these, and I've forgotten about it until just now. I've totally forgot that I have an X9 or a 9RX out here. All right, so that'll be for cut sugar beets, and all we got to do is, well, I guess it just turns on automatically and will unload automatically. So we'll leave that there for now. This needs to go up to the BGA. So I wonder if I can actually hire this on a worker and just tell them to go. I think, nope. Oh, I can't drive it because it's not in transport mode, and I can't put it into transport mode because it's full. So we get to drive up there ourselves. After that, we are gonna have to take the barley and we're gonna have to sell that over at the grain mill. And then we'll have to take our vegetables and have them delivered. There's so much to do. And the cows have poop everywhere. The poor cows. And I've gone the wrong way. Oh well. Of course the train's coming through. Why wouldn't it? Still gonna go around. Well, the good thing is I got to drive on a road I've never driven on before, so, you know, what's the dealio, right? I'm curious. Does this weigh anything? It doesn't feel like it does. 6'4", 640, 64 tons? 1,000 pounds? What? Oh, what is it? What is it? I'm curious. 64. This weighs 26. So I don't know how to read that. I thought that was in tons. Is that in pounds? I don't know. I'm guessing I need to turn the tractor on up here, but hypothetically, I should just be able to dump this directly in. It cuts the beets, and Bob's your uncle or something. I think that's the saying, right? All right, yeah. Where is the X9? I should have just gotten out and got back into it. Where is it? Oh, of course, they're back and forth between each other. All right, turn one on. There we go. All right. So is that it? That's all I got to do is just turn them on like that. Sugar beets cut. They're filling up. Slowly, but filling up. Everything's set to storing, and that's going to be, I believe, just the digestate. I don't think we can get methane out in here. I don't believe a base game map's going to allow us to do that. See, slurry goes in there. No, slurry goes in here. Digestate gets pulled out over there. I don't see any PowerPoints, anything like the PowerPoints. Yeah, I don't see any professional PowerPoints put around anywhere. This is some plosives right there. Yeah, nothing wild crazy going on, so you could just leave this run info forever, and it'll be fine. I wish the upgradable factories mod was in. Oh, I miss that so much. All right, so it looks like we were able to dump a good amount in, 50,000 liters in. We got another 30 in the trailer, and there's not a whole lot more to do. We'll leave. I say leave these on. You know, it's not going to hurt anything to leave them on, so we'll do that. I do need to get rid of that one silage thingy. It's over here. This guy right there. So this has a bunch of grass in it, and it's got silage as well. We've got our trailer there, so I guess I could just utilize this. I did update this spreader, so it should be up to the updated version. It's taken me like a month to do it. And all I had to do was load it up and change like 3 lines of code. I've forgotten to do it every single time. We'll grab this. I think we're going to have to, I know, we're going to have to change this out. So this has got silage in it. I think I'm going to maybe take it over to the other thing we've got around here is grass, silage. So it did get some silage from in there because you can send silage to it. So that's, you know, a thing. but I need something where you can't send silage to it. All right, real quick, let's see. Can we dump silage in here? Ooh, we can. This is a good thing. So yes, it will take it, but oh man, I didn't want to do that. Where's my other tractor? Ah, it's over here again. I'm so sorry. I'm still learning how to play Farming Simulator, apparently. So if we jump over here, you can see there's no silage input, only output here. However, for here, we do have silage input, but we need it to make TMR. But we don't need to make TMR here, so oh, there you go. I think the thing we're going to have to do is put down another one of those hay drying stations, but maybe like right beside it. Best backwards driver in Farm Sim, best backwards driver in Farm Sim, yeah! One other thing I need to do really quick is I need to turn this off. Let's see, fermenting silo, chaff, enable watering, deactivate. There we go. It keeps making, it made 114 liters of silage while we were going to the other thing, and I don't want it to do that, so we had to change it up. All right, so we're filling up with grass, nice and easy. This is good. Taking a look at this one, let's see, do we need to put another one down, or can we get away with it? It'll take about half the grass that we've got, but not all of it. So why don't we do this instead? I like the way the silo looks. We need a place to put stuff. Let's put this right here. I chose the no share option. Of course, it goes back to that again. Ugh, go back here. There we go. So yeah, it's taken us a little while to get everything out of here, but it does hold 260,000 liters. So there's that. There's our 260,000 liters. Let's pull it straight forward. We're going to dump it into here so we can start making more silage. Did I just call this silage? I meant to call this grass. I apologize. All right, so we're all filled up there. So everything else from here will go over to the little silo beside where we put our other fermenting silo. This holds 10 million liters, so any excess grass that we've got won't be a problem. Very simple. We can just put it all in here. There you go. And then when we're ready, we'll just back right back around the corner and keep getting it. While we're waiting on this, there is one other piece that I've totally, I keep neglecting, and I do apologize. Down here at Lime Station number 4, we need to turn this bad boy on, and let's see, turn on conveyor belt. There we go. I've totally forgot to do this every single time I load into the map to get the stones and sell them. I totally forget. Yeah, little collector's thing. Can I have this? Is that not a collect? You know, I give up. All right, well, there you go. Very neat. We just made $4,800 off a pile of rocks. Yeah, that seemed to pass enough time. We'll go ahead and move some more grass over here. 260,000 liters, and there we go. In there. That's going to be, I think, a lot better. We're not making as much silage as quickly, but we do have to maybe work a little bit more. So 261,000 liters in here. We will not worry about it. We will sell that extra, 1,000 liters of grass and 100 liters of silage with this production chain once ever we're done. So then while we're waiting, we've got more work that we could do. Let's go ahead and take over all of the barley. We have 113,000 liters, which we were able to harvest in the last episode where we used the Nex add-in. And I did not enjoy using it as much as I thought I would. I thought I was gonna really have a good time and have a blast using the Nex add. And the thing is, that is not what happened. But it is what it is. At least I gave you some truthful information, so if you missed that, definitely go watch it. I think with the money that we've got, it's probably a good idea to maybe start buying the production chains at this point. All right, tip side is at front right now. Let's bring it forward and dump. We'll go in here as well. Barley flour. Man, this was all emptied out. Goodness gracious. Set to distributing, so that works for me. I should probably turn on the cut sugar beet production. Let's activate that. Sorry, buddy. And storing works for me. We could store the digestate and maybe use that as some fertilizer at some point or another. Now let's switch this over to back. This is going to be the last dump. There's only 13,000 liters in the back, and there it goes. Perfect. So that is all set, ready to go. Now we need to do the same thing, but we're gonna have to head to the canning factory, and we need to lease that before we get there. Alrighty, so whatever's got the second most amount of stuff, we need to put that. Oh, I have wheat in here? Where did I get wheat? I'm just finding all kinds of stuff in here. Wait a minute. Oh, this trailer won't hold the other stuff. I thought I modified it to hold the other stuff. I did not. Well, I guess we could take the... Guess we could put the wheat in the silo, or the silo grain. Shut up, grain mill. While we're at that as well, let's go ahead and just finalize this so we can start getting silage sent over. I know this is like a lot going on all at once right now. I'm very aware of that. Let's take this, sell it for $30,000. Yep. Oh, and it did not let me sell the products that were inside of it. Well, that's okay. It's not that it matters any. Now we need to take anything that is doing silage and we need to change it from selling and we need to make it distributing. So change output to distributing that silage. We're going to do the same thing here as well. Change output to distributing, and that is going to send all of that silage over to the BGA, which is going to be good. Let's take our silage. Let's go ahead and let's see. Where's distributing? Nah, storing. Yes. Activate the silage. It should start getting some silage soon. And I think from there we'll be all right. Got some more sugar beets happening. That's pretty cool. And we'll go ahead and dump this. We also need to double check and make sure that this is working. I never remember where the thing is for this. Around the corner, ain't it? Yeah, right there. We'll double check this just to make sure that wheat flour is turned on. It is. Everything is set to distributing and we are good, including that multi-grain production, which I absolutely love this area. It's so cool. Is that good for there? I think that's good for there. Flour's being made. This is nice. There is one thing we need to do, though. We still need to take everything over to the canning factory. So we're going to have to find something where we can hook stuff together. I think I've got just the plan. Let's use some of Omatana's tandem or trailers here. We could use a couple of these and I think we'll work fine. You know, since we've been using the Titan stuff today, the Colossus, we could probably use a Titan trailer here. Base would cost $25,000, $250,000 for the next one up. We could go with that. We could go with a complete D-brand of this. Rear light signal. Which one's the one that I like? I never remember. Is that it? Is that it? I don't know which one it is. Tractor triangle? No. Camouflage. Yeah, let's go, baby. We need 3 of these. So, lease 1, lease 2, and lease 3. Yes, 3. These are going to take our spinach and the other 2 that I have forgotten the names of. And that should do good. I didn't double check to make sure we have hitches in the back. We have hitches in the back. We're good to go. And why don't we use this to take them all? It's going to be a little heavy. It's not going to be too bad. Okay, maybe we'll try and go for something else. The hitch on this is quite low, and I don't like that. All right, we'll grab that. That seems to work A-okay, so that's good. And one more. We'll see if it's a good height for the 6R here. Still pretty low, I must say. I think the regular version of the game's like that too, but yeah, it's a bit annoying, but I guess it is what it is. Can't do nothing about it. Let's grab this, hook it up. There we go. And we will open up the cover on all of them. Let's get our veggies. First up, we got spinach going in. Second up, we'll get some peas. Also, while we're at it, we need to find our canning factory because I have no idea where it is. Visit. Now, okay. Now, where is it? Oh, it's way up there. That's not fun. And lastly, we're going to have a journey to make today. We'll get some green beans. And off we go. Time to head to the top of the map. And this time, I'm going to go the right way, which is through the town on the left side of the map. Well, I can't say it's been fun. I'm constantly losing control. It's nobody's fault but my own, so I can't blame nobody. That's for darn sure. The good thing is the canning factory's right up here, so that is nice. And furthermore, if I'm ever going to do vegetables again, I know that I should probably do them on this side of the map. So let's change all of these trailers to left side. If you're curious, I'm up here at the top. There we go. Got everything switched over, and we'll be able to dump them. But before we do, I need to buy the place, or at least lease it. Where is the trigger? Did I pass the trigger already and just didn't realize it? I did. Yeah, it's right here. All right, so we're going to lease this, just like I've done with everything, for $900 whatever per day. Sweet. And we'll go ahead and hit that. Let's jump in here. We'll dump all of these. See if we can get close here. There we go. Trailing in my wound. I don't know if I could do a double dump or not. Oh, I could do a double dump. It doesn't look right, but it works, so I don't care. And actually, these dump out extremely fast. I don't know what he's got this set to, but there's 30,000 liters. Ready now? Done. Wow. It's like 50,000 liters per second. So we got some stuff here that I think we can return before we do anything. There's 1, 2, and 3. Got it. And we finally have our tractor back. We can also go in here. We say our green beans, peas, and spinach, and we can, well, set these up. So canned peas, yes, please. We also want to change that output to selling. Then we need to find our jarred green beans. Yep, green beans in, jarred green beans out. Activate that and change that to selling. And one more spinach bag. We need to change the output to selling and activate. And I think that's it. And indeed, that is it. I should definitely set this guy back to go down here. Well, how do you do that again? Set destination? Is that how this works? It's been so long I don't even remember. Put it there, put it there, put it there, put it there. Drive to target? Ah? You know you wanna. Yeah, you're not blocked by anything. We have been all over the place doing all kinds of different stuff on Riverbend Springs, and because the series has kind of turned into a, hey, check this out, this is epic, and a less of, oh, in the last one we did this, so we gotta do this now. I got an idea to do this grass field, and I think you're gonna like it. Recently, we've gotten this mod right here, the Lizard AgriFlex SPB. And I want to take this and do a completely automated mowing and baling setup when paired with the Colossus mower. The mower we're going with is this one, the Colossus Quick Mow Unrealistic. We do have multiple unrealistic working widths with this as well. However, I think I'm going to go for like a 15 or 25. Honestly, 25 is probably going to be better. It's not as wide as you think it would be, plus we can get this done quickly. I've gone for a super unrealistic setup for the mower, so why don't we go for something wild crazy here? Let's see, 25 meters, yeah, that works. We got yellow on there. I also went with the base game black setup. Ooh, that looks good. I don't remember what these design colors do. Tell me what you do. Nope. Don't like that. So here's what the setup looks like. I've got our baler right here, which will do 5 times the capacity of a normal 180 centimeter square bale. They're 185s. It's got the front 3-point on it. We can run the Colossus Quick Mow. Together, unstoppable. It looks like a little mean little bug, but it's so cool. I love it so much. I do need to go in. We need to change up our bale size. It's at 185. There we go. And the best thing is this works with a worker. You do have to make sure that you drop down your the backside beforehand, but it works. It works great. I am going to run a steering assist just because I want to run this too. It's so epic. So let's do that. The mower should kick everything in to the center. At least that's what I want to make sure that it does. Toggle working mode, wide spreading, swath dropping. I need to move my head again so you can see what I'm doing. I'm sorry. How about we start right here? This should make things a little bit easier. Drop the mower down, turn it on. Then we can lower the pickup, turn that on. And now we're making our bale. Bam! That simple, that easy, man. We do want to run the front mower just to make sure. There we go, we've got that. I could turn the mower off and still pick up the rest of that grass. Not bad already, not bad at all. It's such a cool, it's just so neat. It's got a pretty decent speed as far as working speed goes. We're running 13 miles an hour right now. I believe that's due to the baler and not so much due to the mower. I think the mower's got a little bit of a faster working speed than that. I'm cool. Man, we're doing 25 meters. If I have to complain about 13 mile an hour, I'm the problem, I think. Hey, there you go. We do have that pre-chamber in the front, so we shouldn't have to stop. However, because the pre-chamber is so small, we do need to be a little bit careful, so we'll slow down a bit whenever we get close-ish. So here's the dealio with the grass. You're probably saying, why are you making grass bales if the fermenter over here, because the whole reason to make grass bales is just to throw them in the throw them in here. Well, I don't think that this takes bales. It may, and if it does, I apologize, but I don't think that it does. What does take bales is Omatana Silo, this right here. We've actually got grass in here, about 500,000 liters of it. So with that, slowly take that away so you don't know how I got it over here so quick. Is a tree going through that? That's cool. Anyway, if you put a bale here, it'll take the bale. Now, at least at the time of recording this video, auto-loading these bales is a little bit difficult because the auto-loader for these bales... pre-chamber, slow it down, there we go, drop down. All right, back in again. There is going to be a loader for these bales, however, it's not out at least when I'm making the video. Super cool, super awesome. However, you will need a different mod in order to load them. But here's something that you may not know. The bales are liftable. Check this out. Boom. So I want to just show you, toggle super strength. So currently it's enabled. I'm going to disable super strength. There we go. But I could still pick up the bale. Not only can I still pick up the bale, I can pick the bale up from a way, well, I was going to say a ways away, but you are a bit stronger the closer you get. So there you go. It's awesome. It barely weighs anything, 100 kgs. It's 37,500 liters. There you go. So cool. And when you combine it with a mower like this, you can make a really, really big difference in the setup of your field. I just think this thing's so cool. Fanboy moment? Maybe. It's fun. Farming simulator. This isn't farming in real life. This is farm sim. And I'm simulating what I think is epic. Yeah. So I want to do a quick test. We're at 99% right now. I want to kind of gun it here and see if the pre-chamber can keep up. The pre-chamber did keep up, and I didn't miss anything. Let's see if it does the same thing the next time around, like as I'm going full speed. Can I do all this? I'm just hitting stuff that's not even in the field. Oh boy, I'm making a mess. Oh, and I'm also using the increased pickup width for balers and loading wagons and stuff like that. So I am also using that mod in conjunction with this so that I don't miss much. But I think you'd be fine either way. All right, let's double check this. Let's see, does the pre-chamber miss anything? It does. Not a big deal, not a game breaker, far from problematic, but it is something, and I just want to make sure that you know. So that's it. I have reached out to the modder of it. As a matter of fact, I just sent him a screenshot of this episode and told him kind of what I was finding. And hey, we'll see if anything can happen or if there's a reason that it is the way that it is. Most of the time, it's the second one. We'll have to wait and find out. Nonetheless, we've made 6 bales. We've done pretty good. So let's see how we do around towards the rest of it. What I would like to do is like set a worker and like do that. I think that'd be kind of funny, right? And we talked about running a worker. I just enjoy this. I'm having a ball right now. You can't take that away from me. I'm having too much fun, man. Too much fun. So that's at 13 miles an hour. Let's unlock it and see how she does going a bit faster. I know, obviously, we're not bringing in the full amount because this is one little pass right here, but I mean, I don't know. Maybe I should have done 2 headlands. I'm not used to running 25 meters. All right, now let's take a look at it. Let's see how she does. We will have to slow it down just so that pre-chamber will fill up. As a matter of fact, I could probably modify that myself. Slow it down. There we go. I could probably modify the pre-chamber myself and do it my own way so that it holds a little bit more. But I don't actually know if I could or would be able to do that, considering I don't know. Now I'm doubting myself. Oh no. But yeah, fast farming with this works awesome. As a matter of fact, we're not far from finishing this field. So how's about we just knock it out? Yeah. First field is just about done. We can just kind of drive straight through that. Boom. Got him. Now, We've got a couple more fields, and I really want to try my hand at the worker doing these. Now, I'm going to try at least for myself to do like the one headland that needs to be done. However, I do think that the workers would be able to go back and forth without any issues. So that is my goal, is to try and let them do their thing. Although, oh, you know what, now that I'm thinking about it, the pre-chamber thing's going to become an issue. Yeah, maybe we just do this. Yeah, let's knock this out quick. Here we go. Looks like we are done with this field. Now we're up to 21 bales so far. Not bad, not bad. We've got number 25 in here. I did, or 20, number 30, sorry. I've also got in the, in here, 2 headlands running now. It's just easier, man. I mentioned that I was thinking about doing it. I did it. I'm so happy that I did it. It was so much easier doing that field over there. Whew. All right. Let's finish this up. We need to get a fertilizer on these fields. Slow it down. Bring it down. Oh, and I've spoken to the mod creator of this. I've also gotten the chance to chit-chat with the modder who made this, Mr. BD Dude, or BD Modding. They have been super, super kind, super generous. We talked about a few things that I definitely missed in my mod video. So if you haven't seen that part of it, hey, go check that out. But there's some really neat stuff that this will do. Oh, slow it down, slow it down, slow it down. The pre-chamber is the way that it is so that it can accommodate running a full poplar field without stopping, which is very, very cool. They say that it was not designed to run a big mower on the front of it, though it can run a smaller mower. This mower specifically, well, not specifically, but this one, and anything a little smaller, a little bit bigger, you do have to slow down when it comes to the pre-chamber. So got to be careful about that, but no big deal. Also does a lot of other cool stuff and a lot of other crop types too. Plus there's more bale sizes, I think, planned in the future. All the trailers that we talked about. There's just a lot of really cool stuff happening right now behind this mod and some of other BD's mod. So definitely check them out on the mod hub. Some really neat stuff. This is exciting what's happening right now, man. Farm's is so much fun. And just like that, we're done, at least with this little part right here. What a cool setup, man. We still got to pick up all the bales. We need to do that. I did forget to put silage additive in here like halfway through. So I did have to do that. And bale net, I've used half of it already. We have really, really pushed this mod to its limits. It is a lease, so we do need to be careful about that. Did that just allow me to go ahead and fill this thing up? Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Start filling. What? Have we been able to do this before? What if I just fill it up with straw? Okay, this has not been a thing for a couple games now. And if this is working now, does this work now? Oh no, I'm stuck in my photo mode. We could bring these over here to the silo to put them in there. Oh, I dropped one. That is very cool. Used to, if we wanted to get bales, we would take like a square baler, way back in the day, like Farm Sim 19, and we would put it under a multi-filling station, and we would just turn it on, and it would just kick the straw bales out the back, or any bale for that matter. That is very cool indeed. I am very excited to hear that that works again, at least on this baler it works. That's awesome. All right, now we got to pick up all these bales and deliver them over here. Oh, I forgot about all this stuff too. The cut sugar beets. Totally forgot about all that. Actually, as a matter of fact, I've forgotten about a lot of stuff on here. Here's the next ad. I was going to come down here and seed. Maybe we'll do that in the next one. Who knows? We need a tractor. I think the Fendt 900 or even the Case would work well here. I think the Fendt 900 may be a little better for this. Word on the street is this mod pack right here will work to pick up some of these bales. Now, I guess the biggest one. This one probably would work fine for us. Oh, that's right. And I also have the auto load stuff on for the universal auto load. I don't know how to turn this off. Enable auto load. There we go. Save vehicle settings. Cool. You want to override the default auto? Sure. Close. It's universal auto load's not on the mod hub yet. However, I haven't used it that much. Wait, hang on. If I enable auto load here, then here it's off. Wait, auto load, yes, here. Oh, I'm so confused. I should probably turn this off before I start doing crazy stuff. All right, there we go. That's turned off, so we can turn the auto load on for this one. Do we throw extensions on? I guess we could. We got round bells. Why not? You know what? Let's put a beacon light on there too. And then I always like doing Onyx rim color. So there you go. There's that. We're going to lease it. There's no reason to buy it, at least for us right now. We'll still got to figure out exactly what's going on here. We can reset this whole area. There we go. And hopefully this works. Now we know that universal auto load does work. However, this bale trailer will pick up other modded bales, which is really good. So we want to double check and just make sure. Let's see, unload assistant, turn that on, and we want to put it into operating position, I think. Hey, it works. Yeah, man. So there is an auto load trailer that works with this just by default. That's fantastic. So again, just to recap, we made some fun bales, had a good time, 25 meter mowing, a lot of fun, self-propelled baler. Finally, we have something with insane bale capacities, which is great news. And there's auto load for it in a mod that's been out for months now, which is unrelated. Yeah, everything's great. Now here's the hoping that this works. I imagine that it will, but I think we're gonna have to just kind of wait and find out. So let's go over this, and then I'm just gonna slowly but surely, let's see, we can unload the bales on the trailer, and hopefully the trigger's high enough where it'll take the bales. Hey, yeah, all right, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So we had 500,000 liters of there before, and now we're up to 1.2. Cool. That's a lot. That's a lot for one load. That's like, what, 700,000 liters? It's insane. Matter of fact, we could double check and find out exactly how much that was just by looking at one of the bales. Let's come over here and take a look at this. So 37,500, according to my handy dandy calculator that I keep in my pocket and talk to people on the phone with. It is 750,000 liters. Now, of course, we get all the way to here, and we have one bale hanging out. Just the one, just the one. I do have a way around this, though. I'm going to unload the bales onto the trailer. I'm going to strap them all down, and then I'm going to take this one, which for some reason I'm having to come real close to pick up here. There we go. Well, we got it, nonetheless. And I need to figure out how to get this onto the trailer. Actually, I think I'm going to have to use heavy lift for this one so that I can pick it up from a distance. There we go. Can I put it like right here-ish? Don't fall off, don't fall off, don't fall off. Sweet. Where did my trailer go? Found it. All right, we're good. And now we do this one more time. I just hit that like an idiot. We'll bring this through here. We'll get all the grass bales dropped in. Boom, 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 boom. Good, good, good. Everybody's happy. Bam, the cinnamon rolls are gone. How are we at? 2.1 million liters. Goodness. Absolutely insanity. In the last one, I totally forgot that we were supposed to be planting, and instead I just kind of defaulted to grass work like I normally do. I know it's a problem, but I just can't stop buying grasswork equipment. We've already got this bad boy right here, so for the seeding, we need a couple other pieces of equipment. I think we're doing fertilizing. We'll do the double fertilizer sneaky peeky mod over there. So let's go with, let's see, we need the carrier, I need a seeder. So we'll grab this, we'll just lease it. Ooh, $10,000. Oh, expensive, baby, expensive. We will then lease ourselves a cultivator, which I think I got those in the wrong order. Ah, crap. And we need a seed hopper, this bad boy. Now, I put my shop down here at the field. Let's get that done. I bought these two pieces out of order, which is not good at all. Maybe we do it like this? Hey, see? Everybody wins. It's all good. That never happened. So now we give it a try. Nextset's been out for a hot minute at this point, and some people like it, some people have other opinions, and you know what? I mean, it's cool, it's neat. I think it's a few years late, but also it does take a while to get stuff like this into the game. So, I don't know. What are you going to do? Let's see if we can run over this thing. Got it! And then over here, let's see how we could do with this. Got it! Hey! Not too shabby. Now, running the outside of this field is going to be extremely difficult because there's a couple areas where there's trees all up in the way, and that's going to cause problems for me. So I'm probably not going to do the outside headland, and we'll go get a cedar something that we already have that'll do that, because this, not quite there. You know what? There's no reason we can't at least try to do this. I missed my swather. We haven't swathed in a while. I've been running this series now for like 4.5 months, something like that. I want to go back to swathing. So we're going to do some crops which can be swathed. Think like a wheat, barley, oats kind of thing. Canola as well, now that canola can be swathed. So I think maybe we do those in these fields right now. Need to figure out what to do with this 15-11 situation. There's not a whole lot going on with that. To make it as easy as possible, why don't we run some canola in this field? So a big old thing of canola, and then we're just going to go from there. Cool. Yeah. What? So this wants me to run 3 headlands. I think 3's a little bit too much, if I'm honest. However, if we go up here to the AI worker, they won't not do 3. So I basically have to do 3. So we should do 3 now. Okie day. Okie day. Drop everybody down. Let's see. Nothing dropped down. Why? Oh, it's because I had the wrong thing selected. Well, that will do it, won't it? All right, let's see if we could steer this bad boy in a way that will put it here. Not really. All right, well, at least we're lined up. Let's turn it on. Let's click the button and go. And not too shabby, although, yes, it is kind of missing the outside edge because we're running at 14 meters. Now, most everything needs to be done at 14 meters. Because what it does is it kind of takes where these wheel marks are, and, well, that's just where your wheels always go. But, for example, like the cedar is 13.5 meters, whereas the disc is 14 meters. Man, Nextset's so cool, but it's so confusing. Let's enable some fast farming and see what kind of trouble we can get ourselves into with this thing. You know what? Maybe we can come out on the other side and everything will be all right. I doubt it. But hey, we'll give it a try. We've also got the Objects Hider mod installed now too, so if anything wild and crazy happens, I can start deleting stuff. It knows what it did. Get a little close over here beside these trees, but so far so good. This is where it's gonna get interesting right here, because we are super close, though we did miss everything. And now we need to follow this, but I don't really know how I'm gonna follow that. Come on, give me the orange. Yeah, there we go. Just kind of got to wait until you get the best run and then hit the button. All right, so now we got to watch here on the right-hand side, because this is where we could get ourselves into some trouble. I also have to slow down right here at the edge as well, and we've hit something. But I got away from it. Ooh, that is real close on the edge. It might even be a better idea to just delete some of these trees. Ooh, this one's not gonna be good. Easy does it. Easy does it. The tree's invisible. The tree's invisible. The tree was invisible. That was an invisible tree. I was just kidding. Definitely use GPS as much as you possibly can. Or if you're a better driver than me, congratulations, I guess. And just like that, 1 down. Okay, we only missed a little bit here and there. I'm not upset about it. Would have been nice if we wouldn't have missed anything, but I'll take it. Let's see if we can get this thing spun around. Kinda. That was not pretty, but it worked. Let's see if we can get this thing to line up. I don't even know if it will or not. Let's drop it down and just see what the machine does. All right. Not terrible. We can fix all that when we come back through. And it is leaving a couple spots here, but as I said it would. So you know what? Let's trust the process, I guess. I'm also assuming in real life you wouldn't have fields that look like this with this machine. It's kind of a bad idea. So here's what I'm looking at, and here's what I'm thinking. If I wanted to do this proper IRL, then the 14 meter spread is appropriate. However, for Farming Simulator, I really think that 13.5 meters is definitely what you need to be going for. Not gonna lie, GPS has done well at the end of pass number 2. I mean, yeah, we missed some spots, but I kind of want to see how bad it's going to be at the end of it all. It's not that I want to see it fail. It's just, you know, I have complaints. And it, you know, it doing stuff like this validates it. Leave me alone. So now we finished our headlands. All 3 of these really, really weird looking headlands. I don't like the way that looks at all. But it's lined up, whatever. I'm going to hire a worker on it and just go fix it, I guess. Yeah, don't work the headlands. Thanks so much. Your best friend, DJ. Line it up. Do your thing. Please don't drive. They always drive forward, and then they back up. I was lined up for you. It was perfect. I don't care anymore. Just leave me. I got to bring this thing out because he keeps missing stuff everywhere. I guess I could leave it. At the end of the day, I could just leave all of this. I don't want to. Also, this doesn't have fertilizer. And I wanted to use stuff with fertilizer now. I need new toys. How about this little guy? This is in the base game. I think it looks awesome. I love Bednar stuff. It's perfect. And now we just need to send it to Canola and hit all the spots that our dude over here missed. I will be switching it over to 13.5 meters because, well, this looks terrible. I get the reasoning why. I get why it is what it is. And I get why it's supposed to be like, you know, it's where the machine drives. You know, when you're seeding and planting and doing all that stuff, this is a good thing. But in Farm Sim, it doesn't look very good. All right, I'm gonna quit complaining now. Let's move. So we are at the end of it. There it is, and we are good to go. Worker H has completed their task. Awesome. All right, and we're doing pretty good as far as the solid fertilizer to canola goes. Yeah, I've used a double application. There's a PC mod where you can double fertilize, and that's how I'm fertilizing twice in one pass. Makes things easy for me. We gotta get up top and hit some more of these fields. The first thing I'm gonna do though is I'm going in here and I'm changing these to 13.5 meters because it ain't working at 14. There we are. Now here's the next question. Do I have to unfold this thing to get out of here? I think the answer is yes, but I don't know for sure. I'm gonna try. Oh, there's no way. There's no, yep. No, we're good. Fold it up. Abort mission. All right, let's do the little shimmy. Getting out of here. Love it. Of course, I hit a tree coming out. But yeah, there's one more thing. I keep forgetting this. So we gotta do that. Turn this on. We gotta make sure that these keep running because those are all of my sugar beets. There's so many. It's a ridiculous amount of sugar beets. Still got 349,000 liters in there. As long as we can keep that moving, we'll be okay. Yes. It's turning them into cut sugar beets. It's phenomenal. All right, let's get this thing moved around. Slowly but surely. I swear it's so tough to drive. Oh, I don't like it at all. It just turned it on. What happened? Yeah, there we go. All right. No, we're good. All right. Should be at 13 meters. It is at the side of the field. This makes me happy. 13.5 there, 13.5 there. Everybody wins. We shouldn't have any more of those little spots. Well, good news. If you don't want anything to skip any bits, there you go. Also, I still find it interesting that the seeder says it's 13.5 meters. The disc says that it's 14 meters and the seeder's wider. All right. Nonetheless, let's keep going. We've got 3 headlands to make, and they're not going to make themselves. Let's go. Rock and roll, baby, right there to the end of it. I love it. All right. So now we just got to run a couple passes back and forth and good to go. Oh, and I didn't even mention what we're doing. So we've got our, I enabled 2 double fertilizer I disabled it. Crap. No, activate normal application rate. Activate double application rate. What has happened with this field? I don't know, man. You know what? Sometimes it just is what it is. Let's see. Did it do it that time? Nope. Nope, not doing double. I don't know what happened with that field, but that one did double. That explains why I've used a lot more seed than fertilizer. Oh well. Anyway, I was going to tell you guys that I did canola here because we had a really big field. I'm going to do wheat in both of these fields because they're right beside each other. And in these fields up here, we're going to do barley so that we can actually swath every single field. The idea is probably going to be to buy or lease a second swather just so we can get all of that done because it is a lot. We still have to come through with the combine harvester, pick it all up. Right now with the combine harvester that we've got, I really dig it. I really like it. But I think the S7 has served us well, and it might be time that we actually invest in something else. Now, we'll figure it out. And we'll have to figure that one out in the next one. Thank you for hanging out with me today. Hope you enjoyed it. Drop a like, get subscribed, do all the fun stuff. You got any ideas for the series? Hey, let me know. Otherwise, have an awesome day. We'll see you in the next one.